Hey, everybody, welcome to episode 14 of Roll for Initiative. It's been a long time since we did the last episode. I'm hoping, got my fingers crossed, that I got all the internet issues sorted out and we can do these more often. Got some more content coming, going to do some PvP stuff and everything, but we definitely want to continue with this campaign and then probably do some more. So, without further ado, let me see if I can find the right button again. Yeah, that's the one. Everybody should be on now. Oh, wait, let's actually go back to the just the players and not the map screen. There we go. Hello.
Spoilers.
How's it going, everybody?
Hello. Hi.
Oh, those are some tasty animations there, Den.
Oh, you like that? Yeah.
Sure.
Ended up putting it all in one scene and just doing different filters to move everything around. So that was kind of fun. At some point, it's just going to shit itself, I'm sure. But cool. Well, hopefully everybody's been doing good. For everybody's knowledge out there, we leveled the characters up to level 5 after the last session. We are going to really get started with the recap here because I'm sure everybody here has forgotten. I had to rewatch the episode yesterday and type up a quick summary. So
I remember it all.
Let's take a quick drink and see how this goes.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Guessing that's a different content in your glass.
It's just bread water. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. That's cool.
Oh, I got straight liquor.
I don't even know her. All right. Episode 13. Why do wizards like puzzles so damn much? When we last joined our heroes, they had just been teleported to the first series of puzzles that they must... first in a series of puzzles. Oh my God, I'm starting out great. That they must solve in order to find what they seek. Being the competitive person that she is, Zale decided to immediately show her dominance over the rest of the party by quickly solving the puzzle. She's all like, listen, fuckers, I'm about to solve this puzzle before you even realize there is a puzzle, so sit your asses down and watch me shorten this play session by about 20 minutes, which is exactly what she did. The party then chose a door to proceed to the next puzzle and, well, proceeded through it. The next puzzle had a beholder statue in the middle of the room, a bucket of eyeballs in front of that, some more statues and other weird shit to the left, and paintings of the statues and weird shit to the right. The puzzle took a little longer because, let's be honest, this seems like some rich eccentric dude's crazy fetish collection or something, and what the hell are you supposed to do with that? Plus, when Les tried to get into the rich dude's chest of special toys or whatever, he was sucked into a painting on the wall. Well, the rest of the party freaked out a bit. They sallied forth and solved the puzzle. However, we also found that Hoagie didn't know his colors, yet another unfortunate side effect of his childhood accident. Once the puzzle was solved, Les was still stuck in the painting. After trying several things, the party decided to rip the Les painting off the wall and take it with them. As they passed through the door to the next puzzle, the painting of Les disappeared. Shortly after appearing in the next puzzle, Les comes up from behind them drinking an ale, and at the same time, some old dude comes up and begins to tell them what they have to do. The instructions are to simply go through the door at the far side of the meadow they are in. He then goes on to describe different methods of opening the door, which includes defeating a giant stone golem. In order to get it to open the door for you, pick the lock of the door, but face 3 hellhounds if you do so, or try to damage the door in some way to smash it open, but the door will attack back. The party ends up trying a few different things. However, when Elo attempted to pick the lock, it provoked the hellhounds to attack him. During the picking of the lock, however, Elo noticed the door was actually not locked. It seems you can simply go up and open it, which is actually what the crazy old dude told them at the beginning, but then he droned on and on with all these old dude stories, which of course ended up confusing and misleading the party. You'd think this guy was writing a D&D episode recap or something. Oh, or maybe this is the old rich dude that collected the weird shit in that other puzzle. Anyway, while the hellhounds attacked Elo, the party ended up deciding that perhaps they should run for it since the door was unlocked. As they did so, one by one, they were able to escape through the door to the next puzzle. The next room had mirrored walls and ceiling. Bow chicka bum bum. As the party, I should have proofread this, looked to the other side, they saw several statues turn into copies of themselves. These doppelgangers immediately ran up to their counterparts in the party and made the motion to attack. The party correctly deduced that if they stood still and did not attack, the puzzle would be solved. After quickly solving this puzzle, our heroes went through the door and on to the next. The next puzzle room was a potion puzzle. It consisted of 3 types of potions and 3 types of goblets. There were several clues that were provided for the party to solve the puzzle. The key is if they drank the potions from the wrong goblet or in the wrong order, the drinker would perish. After spending a bit of time on the clues, the party came up with a solution they thought was correct. Awen then proceeded to drink the potions in order. The solution ended up being correct, and so once again, the party was able to move past another puzzle without incident. The final puzzle consisted of 2 doors guarded by 2 stone guardians. One was said to always lie, and one would always tell the truth. However, they didn't know which was which. They were allowed to ask one question to one guardian, and then would need to choose a door. One door would contain what they seek, the other would contain death. Again, this was like 2 a.m. when I was typing this. My spelling is horrible. Again, the party was able to successfully solve this puzzle. However, when the door was opened, there was a magical barrier blocking their path. Behind the barrier looked like a box that would hold another crystal. At this time, they heard the voice of Archmage Eminora coming from behind them. Eminora congratulates them for a job well done and then walks through the magical barrier. She grabs the box and thanks the party for obtaining the crystal for her. However, when she opens the box and looks at the crystal, she realizes it is fake. She grabs it in her hand and crushes it. Full of rage, she turns into a hideous hag and walks back toward the party. She indicates that after she defeats the party, she will unbanish the real Eminora and force her to get the crystal. The battle begins. During the battle, the hag forces the other door open, behind which contains death in the form of a reaper. The hag expected the reaper to see and attack the party, but as he went for the attack, he paused, indicating that it was not the party's time to die. He then asked where Eminora was. The hag was even more furious. Scroll a little more. Here we go. The party ultimately was able to defeat the hag and then spoke with the Reaper. After telling him that Eminora was banished by the hag, he disappeared for a few minutes and returned with a slightly shaken and tired Eminora. When we last left our heroes, they were beginning the long-awaited conversation with the Archmage about the Elementus Crystal and several other things. And now to the action at hand. All right. Hopefully that was a good enough refresher.
Jeez.
Ooh-wee.
It's like it was yesterday.
Like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Exactly. Actually, I watched it yesterday, so it was. All right. So.
I don't even fucking know where to start with this.
So basically, you're standing there. Archmage Eminora is, and she kind of looks at the Reaper and says, I'm all right. And he goes, well, okay. I have some business to attend to. I'll be off. Let me know if you need anything. It was a pleasure meeting you, Rangers.
I'm sorry. Well, hold on.
Yep.
Who the fuck is that? Who are you? What?
Well, he just kind of looks back and, you just see this hood kind of over his face and gives a little wave and disappears. Archmage Eminora kind of smiles.
Guys, don't look at explosions.
Archmage Eminora kind of says, he's a Reaper. They're from a different plane of existence. The race of them is, I've allied with a few. We can talk more about them at some point in the future.
You've allied with Reapers?
Yes, they are good people, believe it or not. They're not as evil as they are made out to be in the stories.
That was a fucking Reaper?
Yes.
What the fuck, Eminora? Oh, God!
She just kind of laughs. Yeah, I understand. Most people don't know about them. Anyways, thank you for the assist here. As you can imagine, I was banished by this last hag. I had noticed that there were several things that weren't right, and I had gotten onto the scent of a shapeshifter that I thought was impersonating one of the council members, and upon investigation, you know, basically I realized that there was more than one, and it seems they've been at it for a while. They attacked me. I believe they were after the crystal, and I was able to defeat two of them before the third one got the drop on me and banished me. So, again, thank you for rescuing me.
Was just for my clarification?
Yes.
Was one of the shapeshifters perhaps the right hand man to the king of the place? I just need not the king, but you know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now.
The Viceroy.
The Viceroy, yes,
Ah, the
yes.
Viceroy. No, he's not a shapeshifter as far as I know. He's been in service of the Duke for many years. Even the prior Duke, his father.
Okay, never mind.
So I imagine that coming here, you must also be looking for the crystal. There are, I know, many things going on right now in the realm. What led you here?
Zay, would you like to take this? I win. I'm gonna sit back real quick.
Emanora, how long have you been gone?
Well, I come and go. This is, as you may have guessed, a private pocket dimension. In fact, time moves much more quickly here. In the real world, it's moving a lot more slowly. So,
Wait, what?
yes,
How long? How long?
How long
How
have
much
you?
time has passed?
How long have you been here?
Dan, how long have we been here?
I would say to get through all the puzzles, you're probably looking at, maybe 8-9 hours. Let's just say that in that range since you jumped through the portal. So
About 8-9 hours since we jumped through the portal.
well, then it may have been roughly. I think this latest when I jumped in this time, I had advanced it to about 8 times normal speed. So it's probably been an hour back in the real world.
Fuck.
wait.
Okay, we have a meeting. I win. We have a meeting. Oh shit.
I
Okay.
don't
opposites
have.
of
I
what you
don't
just
have
said.
a meeting. We've
We have
discussed this.
We do have a meeting. Unfortunately, the three of us have a meeting with a certain crime boss. Anyway,
She kind of laughs, shakes her head. And Eminora's older, right? I mean, you can tell she's powerful, but she's definitely been around, right? She's been around since really the time of Potestus Bloodstone. She was his second in command on the council, really.
I'm sorry. I really don't mean to be daft, but
Of course.
is it moving faster here
Yes.
than okay?
8 hours here, roughly, is
Okay.
about an hour back in the realm.
Okay, good.
So,
I think that's the opposite.
so
of
yes,
what you
if
said
you
wrong
have
too, but that's
an
fine.
appointment, there should be no problem making it.
okay. So, long story short, we kind of need the elementus crystal. We already have one of the other crystals, which we got from Zale's dad.
Okay.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Long story. Don't worry about it. We got the crystal. It's fine. Her dad did try to murder us. Okay. But we do need the elementus crystal as well. That'd be fantastic. Could you tell us what that is, please?
I have it. This is extremely concerning. So, yes, all right, someone is obviously after all of them. We need to get them locked. Well, God, we need to get them locked in the keep as soon as possible. What have you done with? You said you received one of the other crystals. Which one? The life crystal or the death crystal?
There's moments like this that I wish Spike was here with his notepad.
You guys got the life crystal. The death crystal was
Wait,
the one that was
I
stolen.
also
Yeah.
have notes.
Okay, so we got the life
Nerd.
crystal. What did we end up doing with it?
We
We gave
we
it.
put it
gave
in the
to Keith.
keep.
Yeah, it's in the keep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We took the we have the life crystal and we transferred it properly back to the keep,
All right,
so
good.
it should be safe.
Good. That's
Oh, that's right. I remember that now. Yep.
It's the only. Unfortunately, we've never come up with a better solution to protect these. Dimensions such as this pocket dimension, I had thought of that a while ago, but these are unstable, and we wouldn't want to have these powerful elements in a pocket dimension for too long.
I found that out the hard way. I blew up
Oh.
a fucking bag of holding. It was crazy.
A bag of hold. Yes, if you were to put a bag of holding around a crystal, that bag of holding, I'm sure doesn't exist. Any that pocket dimension was probably. I hope you didn't have any living
Oh no,
creatures.
the bag of holding still exists. It's just in 37 pieces.
Nah, that makes sense.
You counted the pieces?
I did because I handed it off to a tailor to see if they could make it back, like fix it.
I'm assuming they couldn't.
No, they could not.
I think you needed a more of a mage person than a tailor for a magical item.
Have you seen the way these tailors work with hems? Magical.
So you have one of the crystals secured in the keep. That's good. Which means we need to give the Duke some extra protection. Although no one can mind. Well, I created the incantation and taught it to his father, and then taught it to him. Even if he is brainwashed, he will forget the incantation. The incantation itself is actually enchanted, so there's no danger of him revealing it to anyone. He does have his signet ring. That is the other key, as you probably have seen. But we should probably give him some extra protection. If we store this one, Elementus should definitely be stored, and then we have to get the Death Crystal back. Have you been to Zolgrad?
Yes, that's where we got. No, actually, we didn't get any crystal there. We just got the chieftain killed. Yeah.
So the crystal wasn't there.
No.
Well,
no.
it
Well,
was,
crystal.
and then it was one of those very last minutes, like, aha, I've defeated you, and he like stabbed the chieftain, and then.
Silver lining. I am a father. So that's.
She smiles.
Is
Well,
that a silver? lining?
congratulations.
Thank you.
It's not.
I'm still coping.
And she's
Silver lining for you, not so much for the little
So
boy.
you see Emanora go into kind of some. She's deeply thinking. She starts kind of pacing back and forth, and she's like, "All right, well, so someone has stolen the Death Crystal. You, Zale, you said your father was the one in possession of the Life Crystal."
Yes, honestly, I would more argue that the crystal was in possession of him for a really long time.
All right. Well, we'll come back to that at some point. And then there were these hags were after this one. It seems to me that, I mean, sure, one of the people, perhaps the Death Crystal. I mean, it doesn't seem like your father's the one. Could be the master behind this all, but it seems that at least others were hired by someone to obtain the crystals. This is dire indeed. All right. And as she's looking around, she looks at Awen, and she glances in your direction, and then it kind of does a double take and looks at your arms and goes, "Your markings, where did you get them, Awen?"
Yeah, funny story. I don't know. I met with the librarian maybe a week back, and she told me to find you. I'm trying to find answers for this.
She walks up while you're talking, and she looks at you and goes, "May I?" And you're like pointing to your arm.
Yeah.
And she kind of gently grabs your arm, and she's looking at them in detail. And then she rolls up a sleeve on her hand, and you see what look like almost the same markings, except they're dull. They're not, they don't glow at this point like yours do. And she's like, "So you don't have any information?"
I'm not a fighter.
Was it a situation where you woke up in some scenario?
Yeah,
and you had these all of a sudden.
I was a professor. I had a night where I had some drinks with colleagues, was headed back to my home, and next thing you know, I woke up in the middle of a crater the morning later with
And these
all of this.
grant you powers, yes?
Yes, yeah.
This is, and you see this like giddy smile on her face, and she's like, Awen, have you ever heard of a paragon?
No. What's
I
that?
would think not. It is something, it is not advertised, but once in a generation or two, likely when the world needs it, someone is chosen as a paragon. And she looks down at her arm. She goes, I was the last known paragon, and while I still have my markings, the power is mostly gone from them. Awen, you seem to be the next paragon. Before me, Potestus Bloodstone was a paragon, and what was interesting, and what's interesting about this situation is there have never been two paragons in existence at the same time. They seem to be created when the world has a great need, when there's a great danger that is coming to the world. A paragon is created.
Well, that's kind of awkward because I was hoping to come to you to get rid of these tattoos.
Well,
Um,
I don't think you'll get rid of them, although it's interesting what happened with mine.
are you
So
a paragon too?
I am, or at least I was. What we didn't know, it was interesting because Potestus Bloodstone was a paragon from long ago, and then when I joined the council when I was very young, I had already been granted become a paragon in a similar way. I woke up in the middle of the forest one day, not knowing how I got there, and had the markings, and my powers increased dramatically. I joined the council and quickly rose through the ranks and was Potestus Bloodstone's second in command. I now lead the Arcana Council. What we didn't know was this was before he turned, and that's probably why I was created. I'm sure you've all heard of the final battle, maybe not details, where Potestus was defeated by, well, me, the Arcana Council, the king, the orcs from Zolgrad, the troops from Bloodstone's End. Part of the details of that are not known to the public. What we found was that he, Potestus, at the height of his power, he had the crystals around him. He was wearing two rings and a pendant, which we surmised were something that he had created to either further control or shield him from the crystals in some way. But what we wanted to do was, we were trying everything we could to defeat him. The king engaged him in melee one-on-one combat and happened to rip this pendant off of his neck. I picked it up, and I somehow knew what I had to do at that point. I focused all my energy as much as I could. You see, Awen, you have something, I'm sure, when you cast your powers that probably comes out of the markings on you. I had a staff, a mage staff that would appear in the air, and I grabbed it with the pendant in hand and focused all my power, and a large beam, just a blinding light, flashed from me, and I fell to the ground exhausted. My staff shattered, and Potestus Bloodstone was gone. The crystals and the two rings he was wearing fell to the ground. From there, my powers were greatly diminished. It seems that was my purpose as a paragon.
Don't we have a ring? Some kind of Leslie, don't you have some sort of ring that we found somewhere?
Yeah, am I still wearing that? I believe, Den, I believe we didn't give that to the Viceroy or anyone like that, right?
No, you have two rings, in fact. You had the one that was with the Death Crystal, because whoever stole it, right, the
Yeah.
Death Crystal from Zolgrad, did not take the ring that was near it. right? You
Gotcha.
also have the
Okay.
one that Ronan gave you, which matched the life crystal.
That's right.
Mhm.
And I think I'm wearing the life crystal ring currently.
Yes.
I don't know what happened to the death one though. to be
Well, you had it.
very-
You guys had it. I mean, you had it in your possession.
Then I'm wearing
so
both of them.
y-
Fuck
it
it.
very
I'm
well
wearing
could
the
be.
life. Fuck it. I'm wearing both. We'll call it life and death crystal. Death crystal on the pinky because why wouldn't it be?
Mhm.
And life crystal on the ring finger, and then I've got like a ring of protection as well.
Yeah.
So I just go. Are you talking about either of these?
And she looks over, and she goes, and she looks at, may I? And she just to your hand, right?
Mm.
Yeah. And
Yes.
she kind of looks at your hand. Those are the rings. Good. At least you have them. We don't know where the pendant went. Unfortunately, in the chaos after the battle, the pendant disappeared, and we have not found it since. However, the rings, we after my experiences, we surmise that the rings and if the pendant together, if they were along with the power of a paragon and another crystal of the same type that was made with the Potestis crystals. If you were to focus this power through that crystal from the rings, from the paragon, it could be enough to destroy the three crystals, the death crystal, the life crystal, and the elementus crystal. But we don't know what the price would be. In my case, just focusing one ring and not even at the crystals themselves and not through another crystal drained most of my paragon power. In this case, it may kill the individual that does it. And she looks kind of sadly at Awen.
I win. Short straw.
The
Even though
party all just collectively.
Now, I know, and everybody kind of, and now everyone, this is a theory. We don't know. We've never obviously tried it. Once my power was drained and Potestis Bloodstone was gone, there were no paragons left to even attempt it. Not full power. I still have a bit of residual, but it wouldn't be nearly enough. And
I lean over to Leslie and I'm like,
Mhm.
I was going to make a joke about all of us having the world depending on Awen, but that doesn't feel very appropriate now.
I still think it would be funny if you said it out loud. Go ahead.
and at Elo at this time also kind of looks at his daggers and goes, I have the same kind of crystal in my daggers.
As the pendant we're looking for?
Yeah. Well, as the three crystals, right? And we covered this before in a previous session, but the three crystals that Bloodstone had created, those crystals before they were the powerful sentient crystals they are now, came from the same mines that Elo's family guards. And
Gotcha.
those are the crystals that are in his daggers. Same kind of
Gotcha.
crystals.
Look, this is unbelievably too much to just even put into words, let alone comprehend. I don't want any of this. I never did. I don't even want to be here. I don't want to be around any of you guys. No offense. I don't want to be saving the world. I just want to go back to my normal life of teaching and going home, making a nice bowl of stew, sitting by the fire of my house and watching the sunset that I don't get to do anymore. And now you're telling me that I have to just die for the sake of humanity, all because for some reason, some otherworldly being, the stars themselves, whatever the fuck you want to say, is calling me to that.
And Awen, it may not be you. If someone else were holding the crystals, or perhaps the rings and the pendant, I don't know what would happen. Honestly,
I win. It is okay. Hoagie, I think it's time we show everybody what happened a few months ago. We might be paragons as well. A few months ago, Hoagie and I drank heavily in the city, and we woke up inside a sewer canal with markings on the inside of our thighs. Hoagie showed.
And I drop Trow real quick, and I'm like, "Is this tattoo the tattoo of a paragon?"
Hoagie, show her yours as well.
And she just Eminora just keeps a straight face and looks at you and goes, I believe that's a dried shit stain.
This has been here for months. Are you saying my skin is? Are you saying my skin is stained with shit from months ago?
When's the last time you took a bath?
I wouldn't
Dragged him around the fountain.
I wouldn't recommend going in the sewers of Bloodstone's End again.
Okay,
So-
okay, we need to get clean.
So you're telling me that either I die and sacrifice myself for humanity, or I have to murder someone for the sake of humanity.
Oh my
I-
god.
It's I don't know, but that is the only thing we could come up with. It is we don't know any other way to destroy the crystals. Any attempt ever has been met with someone else dying and the crystals remaining as they were. We've never had
That doesn't seem like very good odds.
You said that there's never been more than two. Obviously, there's two right now. Can we maybe find another person? There's got to be someone else. I wanted you to teach me how to just control the powers so that I can manage.
Well, there are technically not two. I am no longer a full paragon. My powers are all but gone. You are the only known paragon, Awen, and trust me, the council has many contacts in many ways, and we are always on the lookout for them. In fact, I was going to say I'm surprised, but not really, that we weren't aware of you sooner. The council is not quite what it was.
It's kind of funny considering he walked right into your library and showed the tattoos to literally everybody there. Doing a great job looking out there, Eminora. I'm just saying.
The council is aware most of the mages and wizards within it don't know truly what that means. Although you said Genevieve recognized them, yes?
Yeah, she did. She's the one that told me to come look for you.
And you see that look on Archmage Eminora's face, a little bit of pride, just
Genevieve.
kind of thinking like, yes, good for her. She's better than she gives herself credit for.
Genevieve might be in a bit of trouble right now. She kind of blocked the door so we could come in through the portal, and it's been an hour since we left her.
Ah, yes.
So,
I am sure, well, our standard procedure in the event of the disappearance of a council member is to lock down their office and the facility, so I can only imagine that's what happened with
yeah,
my
and then
situation.
Genevieve broke us in and barricaded the door with magic. There's no like expedited, executions for things, right?
Well, no, we don't do that. Not in
Okay,
a
good.
situation like that. It seems like you would be charged with perhaps a breaking and entering, but I will, when I get back, I will sort it all out. Genevieve will be fine until then.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so just to recap a
Yes.
little bit here. Awen is the prophesized savior of humanity.
And many other
But he
races.
needs crystals to channel energy through them, and that might kill him, but it also might kill someone else who is serving as a conduit.
Well, yes. Anyone involved, and again, we truly don't know exactly what will happen, but the power from the Paragon, when focused through the new crystals, as well as the three pieces of control jewelry which tie to each of the Potestis stones. When the power is focused through all of them, if one person, if Awen, you were to be, say, holding all of them, it could very well kill you. I really don't know what it would do if multiple people were involved. I'm not even 100% sure it would kill Awen, but that is with that level of power.
We are willing to take that chance.
Awen walks away. Like he just walks out the room.
I was kidding. I go follow him.
Yeah, I'm gone.
All right. And Eminora kind of looks around and I'm sorry, but this is the way it is. I mean, this is the only thing we could come up with. We can, of course, if we can obtain all the crystals, we can keep them locked in the vault. And that really has been the backup security solution all these years, which it seems we have to enact now.
Yes, and why they weren't in that security solution from the get-go, I will never understand. But, so you believe that we may not be able to get the last crystal?
The death crystal.
Yes.
Well, no, you said someone stole it. I don't know who would have it at this point. Obviously.
But do you think that they might be so powerful that we would need to use this Paragon's power?
Well, if you use the Paragon's power, as I described, that would most likely only destroy the one, and then the other two would still be left. If you wish to truly end all three, my suggestion would be to lock them, get these two that you have secured, and then somehow, and I will do what I can to help find this person as well, whoever has the crystal, if we can find them and defeat them and get that crystal from them, then we can lock them all away. Or, if you choose, destroy them.
Okay. I think maybe when we were talking to Awen earlier, we should have made it clearer that there is another option that does not involve him dying.
The locking of it away. The locking of the crystal.
Yes.
Well, that was always an option, yes.
Well, I don't think it came off that way to him. And I'm gonna be like, okay, I think we've spent enough time in a pocket dimension. Awen needs a drink.
All right.
And maybe the rest of us.
Good. I can send you back to the real world, and I will follow shortly behind. I need to wrap up some things here and close out the pocket dimension, and then I, of course, must get back and take care of things at the council. But if you need anything, of course, just you can get word to me through the council. I will instruct everyone that if you come asking, that they should get the message to me immediately.
We don't know anyone on the council.
I
do.
just want to get something clear.
The council, and sorry, she meant at the college. That's what. Yeah.
Oh,
if you
okay.
if you walk into the library again, for instance, and ask, yes, we're the Rangers, and we'd like to speak with Archmage Eminora. That's fine.
Okay.
Are you saying that Iwan can use his Paragon powers to end the problems with humanity, and he dies?
Well,
Because, like, it sounds pretty good.
well, hopefully he doesn't actually die, and we don't know if he will. But
I elbow Hoagie, and
Yeah, well,
he
I mean, we
feels
can
it
hope-
not
we
at all.
We can hope.
and she just looks at Big Hoagie and she goes, "Oh, Hoagie," and just kind of pats you on the cheek, like everything will be fine.
Everything will be fine. That is the opposite of everything
And
you've
she
said so far. What are you fucking talking
she looks
about?
at you, and just kind of looks at goes, because she's talking to Hoagie.
Oh, fine. For the love of God, get us out of here.
All right.
Awen needs to know there's another option, because that was not made clear to him before.
One thing, I can give you the crystal now if you so choose, and to have it please get it locked away in the keep as soon as you can.
Can you get it locked away in the keep?
I can. If that is what you wish, but do you have business with the Duke anyway?
I don't know. Do we have business with the? Well, Hoagie wouldn't know. Elo, do we have business with the Duke anyway?
Yeah, and he kind of goes, he's like, well, we're supposed to get the crystal back to him. I don't know. We'll probably have to talk to him anyway about, next steps. So.
Oh, fine. I will hold out my hand.
And she just goes, and you just see the box appear in her hand, and she hands it to you.
Very well.
And goes, all right, I will send you back to the city now. This turn of events is extremely concerning, especially with the crystals in danger. I need to take care of a few things. I will be in touch soon. There is one final question just for you to think about. There's no answer needed to me, but to save the realm, to save the city, are you willing to sacrifice your power? To save the ones you love, are you willing to sacrifice yourself or each other? Those are questions only you can answer, but I'm afraid it could be necessary. Farewell.
Okay, but again,
Yes.
there is that option of just getting all 3 crystals and putting them in the keep.
They will always be in danger, but yes, that is the most secure thing we can think of while they're in existence.
Okay.
All right. Farewell. And she goes, ready?
Ready.
And she goes, and snaps her fingers. And then you immediately disappear. And you reappear at the bottom of the steps of the library and kind of off to the side, slightly kind of out of sight. And you see, and this is outside the library, you see chaos everywhere. See people kind of rushing back and forth, and you hear the alarms are still going off inside, and no one seems to notice you. And again, it seems like maybe it's only been about an hour, like she said.
Real quick, 1 sec.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled an 18. Okay, I don't throw up.
You guys are getting a lot more used to it. So,
Are Awen and Les, are we all together? Did we all get blipped out into the same place?
all of you are right there at the same spot. Yep.
Okay.
Awen, I have no idea why that fucking woman didn't explain this from the get-go, but you dying is like not an inevitability.
What do you mean?
So, if we can get the last crystal, we can put the 3 of them in the keep, and there's no need for you to use this paragon power.
Yeah, but I think she's insinuating the other method as the first method because she doesn't believe that stupid fucking safe under the castle will hold it for forever. Yeah, maybe that's a 10-year solution.
Yeah, and maybe by then you die of natural causes and another paragon arrives.
I'm mid-age.
I hand you some
Listen,
more.
I'm
I hand you some
offering
whiskey.
solutions here.
Alan, just have some whiskey. It's okay. Just drink this over. We probably should figure out what the fuck is going on with the city right now.
Well, I think
We broke
I think
into the
they're
library.
Concerned, right? Yeah, that.
Oh, that's what the running is.
Yeah,
Oh.
honestly we should just walk away.
Yeah, okay, let's get going.
All right. So where you
Big
guys?
swig of whiskey.
So what are you doing? You're
That's-
walking kind of away from the library and everything, getting out of there.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of a safe that may or may not have any value whatsoever, I suppose we should put this in it. And I hold up the box.
Okay. Okay, so that's fine. And go ahead.
Les,
Mm.
can I see the 2 rings? Delicately.
Whoa, hey, whoa, hey! No, I like them on my fingers. Okay. Now what? What do you want to see them about?
Aren't I the person that should wield the rings? I just
No,
want to look at them.
No, she never said that you had to wield the ring. She said that maybe you would die if you wielded the ring. So I'm doing you a solid by holding on to them.
She also said that the person who would wield it instead could die. So do you want to die?
I mean, it's death or fatherhood.
Jesus.
Les,
God.
that's
What?
even low for you.
What
I
happened
know,
to
it's-
silver lining?
Listen, I'm
I
a
don't
bit
like her even
wishy.
being a father.
I'm a bit wishy-washy about the whole being a father thing. I'm not quite sure if I'm into the idea just yet.
Hey, Liz.
Shit.
Liz.
Yeah?
When's your son's birthday?
So, oh, fuck you.
Nice.
Oof.
And remember, the other thing she said is there is a third piece of the jewelry, right? There was the ring, the 2 rings, and a pendant, which she said went missing shortly after that final battle. You don't know.
So we
where
have
that's at.
we have the 2 crystals. We have the 2 rings that are correlated with the 2 crystals.
Correct.
We don't have
No, actually,
the 1
you have the pendant goes with the Elementus crystal. You have
Okay.
the ring from the life crystal, right, which is locked in the safe. And now you have the Elementus crystal itself, and you have the ring from the death crystal. So you're missing the death crystal and the
Okay.
pendant for the Elementus crystal.
Okay, so the only connection we have is the life crystal and the life ring.
Right. Yeah. Those are the only.
And
only
we're
two.
holding the life.
Yeah.
We have both of them with us right now.
Yeah.
Correct?
And remember,
You just gave us a life crystal, right?
Les has been. Yeah. You have the Elementus crystal. The life crystal's locked
Jesus
away.
Christ.
You
Okay.
remember Les was in the battle to obtain the life crystal from Zale's father. One of the things that happened, Les was wearing the rings that you had. Les went
Okay.
to grab the crystal with his hand.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
And this is something that, might occur to you. In fact, make a wisdom check, Les.
Oh,
Okay.
Les. Okay.
You
That
make
is
dice.
a 6 on the
A
wisdom.
6. All right. One of the in fact, if the others of you, so Les, it didn't kind of occur to you. If the other of you, anybody else wants to make a wisdom check, go ahead.
Den's praying that someone hits.
Well, no,
high
no,
on
no.
his
It's not a big
wisdom
deal,
check,
but there's a
right?
piece of information that might be.
I rolled a 7. So
Okay.
I'm a little useless.
15?
Okay.
Hokey
I
with
like
the
this.
wisdom.
This is going to be good. I am going to text you something here in Discord.
All fucking people.
Hoagie actually took a class at the college I taught at. And this is like, it's a 100 level class. He failed it, but he remembered one thing.
We'll see.
Hoagie low int, but he's super wise.
Yeah, he's very,
Stupid
yeah.
as fuck, but he's got some wisdom. He's Don Quixote, essentially.
Yeah, I feel like it's very wise to go up to the Archmage and be like, my friend will die, right? Well,
All right, Brian, it's in your DMs.
piece of shit.
So,
My goodness.
Does anyone feel like maybe we're supposed to do one of those things where, like, I have the pendant, and Hoagie has a ring, and Les has a ring, and then Elo has the crystals,
And
and
we
then
destroy
then we all, like,
the
hold
evil with the
hands.
power of friendship. You know what's really
Yeah,
gonna
is
happen?
anyone getting
all
that
of you guys
idea?
are gonna hold that. I'm gonna hit you guys with a light beam, and I'm gonna murk all of you guys, and then I'm gonna have to deal with all of your deaths for the rest of my life. That's what's actually gonna happen.
I feel like dealing with the rest of
Oh.
our deaths is you being totally fine with the fact that we're dead.
I'm okay with one out of the group.
Huh.
You know,
And
Liz,
who might that be? I'm just quick question.
I'll never tell. A
Okay.
good wizard doesn't doesn't tell. I'm not a wizard.
Haven't
But,
we been
you know.
traveling together for like years at this point?
Yeah, I don't
Yes,
know
and
if
I've been berated.
It's been
I've
at
been
least a
berated
year.
by you guys. I've been berated by you guys every day of my time as a ranger.
Someone has to be the bottom of the pecking order, okay?
Yeah, apparently the chosen one is the bottom of the pecking order. Fuck me, right?
And isn't that an
Happens to the best of
underdog
us.
story that we can sell to the masses?
Oh my god, think about the book sales
Great.
after all this.
Written by you.
I wish I
Someone's
could
gonna
read
have
it.
to- I mean, are you gonna let Elo write it? That's gonna be 500 pages of exposition about the town.
Oh my god.
Les, she has sparked my interest. When we go put this new crystal in the safe, can I see the life ring and hold it for just 5 minutes and I'll give it back to you?
All right, it's fine. It's okay.
Thank you.
Now, this doesn't happen a whole lot, but I think I just had a little bit of a spark of wisdom, guys.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Liz, you grabbed the life crystal, right?
I did.
Wait, you were wearing the life ring at the same time?
I did. I grabbed it multiple times, actually. I grabbed it, a couple of times.
But was it so the life crystal took over Zale's dad's mind, right?
Uh-huh.
Was he wearing a ring?
No.
Think maybe that has something to do with it?
oh.
I'm not following.
You think the fact that you were wearing the life ring protected your mind from the life crystal?
I mean, it hurt like a fuck every
Yeah,
time I
but
touched
you didn't go crazy.
Okay, I see you. Okay, I see
No
where you're
one,
coming from.
no one else grabbed the crystal, right?
Mm,
No one
yeah,
else did
no.
grab the crystal. You're right.
Okay, no, I see
I
where
mean,
you're
we
coming
can-
from.
That's this probably a little dangerous.
Fine. I see where you're coming from. I understand. When we get to the vault, I will give you the life ring, Iwan, and yeah. Would you like some more whiskey in the meantime?
Yes. I just grab the jug and just take probably 2 shots worth of a chug.
All right, should we start beelining it, or
So
yeah?
you're beginning to head like across the college campus grounds and towards the keep. Is that what your plan is?
Yeah. Do we have that map?
Oh,
I wanna see
yeah,
the
I
city
can I
again.
can pull that up. And let's see. Let's do this.
You put so much work into it. I just
No, I appreciate it. Where is it? Here we go. Select and let me pull it up for everybody's. Oh no! Hey, wrong button. There we go. Boom! Everything should slide around on screen, and everybody can see it. I will zoom in. So you guys
Ooh.
are way up in the corner here, right? I'm kind of zooming in on the map. You can see this is the college area in there, like in the middle where the grass and
Yeah.
everything is. So you would end up having to make your way over to the keep, which is down here in the very middle of the map.
Sweet. Sounds good.
So as you guys start doing that, and you see kind of a mix of like city guards and the Black Blade guards, which are the ones dressed. They look like city guards, except they're all dressed in all black. Those are the Viceroy's guards, essentially. Investigating the college grounds. They're stopping people and asking people what was going on. This and that, and then as you're walking, you hear a familiar voice yell out, "Rangers, stop right where you are!"
Oh fuck! It's the necromancer.
And when
I know that voice
Yeah.
anywhere.
Right. When you turn to face the voice, you see the Viceroy and 4 of his
Oh,
guards
God damn it.
coming towards you. And he looks and he just kind of walks up in front of you and he stands real tall and he goes, "By request of the Arcana Council and through the authority of the Duke of Bloodstone's End, you are hereby under arrest and charged with the following: conspiracy to commit crimes against the College of Mages, the city, and the realm, the kidnapping of Archmage Eminora, assault of college guards through invasion of their minds, breaking and entering into the Archmage's office, and of course, willful destruction of Arcana Council property, namely the aforementioned Archmage's office. You are also hereby notified of possible charges in the death of another council member, pending an investigation into the matter. And the Viceroy steps closer and lowers his voice a bit and goes, I knew you could not be trusted, and these charges are enough to put you away, well, forever.
How many people are there?
There is,
Yeah,
it's the
does he have
Viceroy,
guards?
it's the Viceroy, and there's like 2 of his guards on either side. And
Okay.
Can I-
he goes,
can I-
he goes, and these charges are enough to put you away forever. There is, however, one hope for you. My assumption is that you assaulted the Archmage to obtain the Elementis crystal. Hand over the crystal now to me, and I will ensure the Duke gets it and that it is locked up in the vault for safekeeping. And he's kind of looking at, like, keeping his voice down.
Oh my god.
I fucking told
You
all of you.
are the fucking
I fucking told everyone. I looked,
Okay,
I went,
when the screaming is going on, I'm gonna cast Charm Person at 3rd level at him and his guards.
Okay, so does that target more than one?
Yes. Charm Person. I get 2 additional targets on top of the original 1. So at 3rd level, I can Charm Person 3 people.
Okay. So
Him
him
they need to
and-
roll
and 2 of the guards.
him and the 2 guards.
Yep.
And I'm just going to say, I think you have the wrong. I think you have the wrong charges. There must be a mistake. You know us. We've been working together countlessly. I don't think you're looking for us.
What's the save?
DC 15 Wisdom save. Which if he is the Necromancer, he's gonna pass it. But who knows? Who knows?
All right. There's the Viceroy in the middle. There's the two guards on either side of him and 2 guards out there. I assume you went kind of for the 2 that are right next to him.
I'm just hitting all 3.
So yeah, him and the 2 that are right next to him.
Yeah, like just right at the triangle.
One of
Wait,
the
are you saying
guards.
there's more guards than just the one right
There's
next to him?
there's him and 4 of his guards. So there's 2 on
Oh.
each side of him.
2 seconds ago, I thought you said okay.
No,
All
there's
That's fine.
him and 4 guards is what it is. So basically, there's 5 of them and 5 of you.
I'm
right?
assuming if the 2 people that are they all do they all look the same rank?
The guards do, yeah. They're all like
Yeah,
they're just
okay.
his.
If I can get
Elite
2 out of the 4, maybe I can.
Well,
Maybe I
so
don't know.
am I able to tell who you know what? I'll wait to see
Who
is
knows?
charmed, if any.
Here's the thing: if the Viceroy got charmed, he'll call the guards off.
All right. So you
If that
see
happened.
the one guard to his left. Their look doesn't change. They're just still staring at you. The one guard to his right looks and goes, "Sir, I think he's got a point. That I don't think they've done anything wrong."
I got 1.
And the Viceroy just stares at you and looks down at him and goes, "Shut up." And looks
Fuck.
back at you and
I'm-
goes,
I'm gonna cast
Mhm.
Charm Person at 3rd level on the 3 guards that are not charmed.
Oh,
okay, well, there's 1 guard charmed right now. So you're doing the other 3. Okay, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Let me
I've
go
got
back.
another contingency after this in case things start going further south.
This is great. Hoagie, you got something?
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Um,
There we go.
and I'm
Smack 'em
also
with
gonna
my
be
club.
like, I think you should listen to this one here. We are the Mystaran Rangers. I don't think you want to arrest us.
So
Come on.
the 2 on the ends also look and they go, "Yeah, sir, I think yeah." They're kind of both saying, "Yeah, I think they're right." That one that failed, that made the first save also made the save against you. So that one is
Damn it.
just like, and the Viceroy is looking around and going, "What has gotten into you? We have to
I think
arrest
we're gonna
them."
go see the Duke now.
And he's looking and he's like, "I don't think you should do that." And he goes and he puts his hand on the hilt of his sword. He's like, "You
I
are
don't
under
think you
arrest."
should do that.
So are you saying anything to the other guards or the guards that you have charmed, or what are you doing? Because the other guard is kind of the one that is not charmed, kind of grabs his sword too, but you see just kind of this look on his face. The other two are going.
Elo has
Or the other
something,
three.
but Les said he had something,
Yep.
so Elo can hold and let Les do what he was gonna do. But Elo has an idea.
I'm gonna slip off the life ring and look at Island real quick and just go, "Who's a good boy, Island? Who's a good boy?" And then just wink, hard wink. Who's a good boy, Island? And hand him the life ring.
Okay. When I go to catch,
Interesting contingency plan.
so I grab that. I'll let Elo go next because Elo is preparing something.
Mm-hmm.
Elo is going to cast a second level darkness at the base of the group of people, which says a magical darkness spreads from a point you choose, which fills a range in a 15-foot radius sphere.
Okay.
For the duration, which is up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Creature with dark vision can't see through the darkness, and non-magical light can't illuminate it or anything. So essentially, Elo's just going to cast it to where it's encompassing the group.
Yep.
Which they should, they should be within that. And then he's just going to yell, "Run!"
Okay.
So when that happens, I get now I'm hopping back to Awen. Awen is going to wild shape, and he's going to wild shape. I think I can wild shape into a horse.
That is not a good boy.
And so when he says run, when I wild shape, I'm going to get onto a horse, and I'm going to try to get someone on top of one or two people on my back, and just fucking bolt.
Sail, go.
Guards, help us! The Viceroy is trying to attack us under cover of night, and I'm gonna hop onto the horse.
And you see the dark. You hear the
Elo will
the
hop
guards from inside that darkness. They're going, "What happened, sir? We let them go. They should be good." And the Viceroy's like, "Mike, what? You get off me!" Like they're like running into each other. Ah, you fools! There's just you hear this scrambling inside and this So you guys are just running away.
I have Elo and Zale, who are probably the two lightest people probably in our group.
Yeah.
So I would assume a horse could probably, I don't have the stat of a horse, but I'm assuming a horse could hold two medium-sized creatures.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah.
And I guess so. We're bolting.
And then I look at Hoagie and I go, "Hoagie, let's go to the nearest pub. I think it's the Mayor's Wizard Sleeve."
So you guys bolt too.
We bolt. Yeah.
All right, and you just as we're
running, I go, drinking the wizard sleep.
As you guys are heading out, you just see that darkness just kind of hanging in there, and you hear, "Oh, get off, get out!" Just as that's kind of fading away, you hear the Viceroy's, voice and stuff like that. So, all right, so.
For half of that, I forgot I was playing Elo, and I was like, "Let's see what Elo's spells are." And I say level 2 darkness. I was like,
"It's perfect.
That could work."
That's perfect.
I love how I said good boy, and you're just like horse.
Well, I hear who's a good boy, which reminds me of wild shape, and then I hear run, and I'm like, well, a dog's not going to help the situation, so I'm like, let's fucking go with horse.
Yeah, you made the better choice there for sure. But it's just the idea of me going, "Who's a good boy?" And then
Horse. Good boy.
Yeah.
I think Hoagie and I should be going to the jeweler where I was getting a duplicate of the ring made for Don Corleone.
Did you give me the legit life
Or
ring?
Cleone.
Do I have that?
I gave you the life ring off my hand. Yeah, I've still got the death ring though.
Is it on D&D Beyond, or
No.
is it just?
No, there's no.
Okay.
I mean,
It's just
the idea
it's just
is
a ring.
it's really just a ring. There's no stats to it or anything. You just when you put it on, when you guys have had it for a while, it doesn't seem like anything but an ordinary ring. The only thing
Are
you
you
did notice during one of the
Okay.
episodes when Les had the death when and he would have done this with the life ring as well. When he had the one that matches the death crystal, he saw in the sunlight when it hit it, you saw this like skull appear inside the opal that was on there. When you did the same thing with the life ring, the one that matches that one, you kind of saw this like tree of life kind of appear inside the green emerald that's in there. But other than that,
So you're sure it, like, wearing it and attuning to it doesn't give me a 9th level spell slot?
yeah, there's not even an attunement or anything. It's not.
Damn it.
It's literally just a ring.
Worth a shot.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot. I would like to power word kill through all of the things or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Where are we going? To the Duke?
Is that a Winnie? Did you just win it?
Tried.
Well, if we really are arrested, he'll know.
As a horse, I guess I can still comprehend what she's saying, right? I just can't speak
Yeah.
back. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna run for a little bit, and then I'm gonna like dash into an alley. Like, run for about 5 minutes out of the college area, like probably
Kind of towards the keep, but
if
yeah.
can I do a pointer? Probably like in this area.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. So
Find
yeah,
a nearest alley and just
sure.
pull into it and then just wild shape back.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So you guys are doing that.
Okay, so we have to take a moment to understand that Les might have been right all along. We're not going to admit that to him, right?
I may have already admitted it a little bit on accident.
Okay, well let's just we'll not reiterate it. We'll just say, yeah, we knew that all along.
Well, of course we did.
If we're legitimately charged, what do we do with, like you said, we can't go up to the castle, right?
Well, I mean, surely Eminora will be coming back soon and correct this if we really are being charged.
But
like, if Evanora eats lunch, it's gonna be like 3 days for us.
wait,
Oh
I
my
thought
God,
you guys.
is that
I thought you
Hoagie's
guys.
voice?
Yeah,
Where
you're
is-
not with us.
Oh right, we're not.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
It works the other way. Although that would be something Hoagie would say, right?
Yeah. Like, but who has more say, the Viceroy or the Archmage? And now we're getting into politics. You know, what's the classist system of this small little wizard town?
Well, surely if our charges are mostly around ransacking Archmage Eminora's office and capturing her, then surely that means that Eminora saying we did not do those things, they couldn't still arrest us.
And you still have the crystal, right?
Yeah.
Do
I'm not giving it to him.
no, please do not. That was the sketchiest thing he could have done.
And,
Basically showed his hand, before the river.
Yeah, that was odd. That was. I feel
Uh,
like if
They
we're
have
right,
poker and
the
bloodstones.
Duke needs to know that the Viceroy is attempting to collect the crystals under his nose. Maybe we should even go check the keep and make sure that the life crystal is even still there.
Okay.
And if it's not,
Let's
then I do think we need to probably reevaluate the inevitability of one of us dying.
Can you take out the crystal so I can see it? Does it look any different? besides the cheap little 1 watt bulb that flashes out when she opens the thing.
So as you, and as the cover, as you open it, you all actually kind of feel this like energy hit your minds off of it. It's not, it's just like pressure that you feel inside your head, right? It's not anything horrible or bad, and the crystal's not, doing like the other one that you were in combat with. It wasn't doing anything, but with this one, you do feel it a little bit. Like you can sense the power coming out, the mind power coming off of it. But other than that, it just looks docile. And the only reason you even notice it is because you felt the other crystal trying to do stuff to your minds in the past, right? With that, when you locked it away. Otherwise, it would almost just be like, I got a little bit of a headache. Must be the weather or something today. So
okay. If I am the Paragon, would I be able to hold it?
Well, based on Hoagie's little spark of wisdom earlier, I don't think so. I think you need the pendant. You could hold the life crystal, because you have the life crystal ring. But you would need the pendant.
I didn't know if the
hold the
Paragon had a special, I don't know.
Well, not that I know shit about Paragon.
I don't know either. It was like 30 minutes ago. I was told I was a savior to humanity. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's
yeah,
big. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of glad. I like attention, but not like that much.
I
attention.
don't. The fact I get bullied by Hoagie, that's too much attention.
Quick cut to me and Hoagie at the Mayor's Wizard Sleeve, just having a pint.
right.
That got out of hand really quick.
Yeah, the Wizard Sleeves has the best sours, I tell you.
Speaking of, what do you think? Oh my god, do you think they actually went to that bar? I thought
Yes.
they were like throwing them off the scent.
Yeah, they're throwing them off the scent by going to the nearest bar and covering their scent with alcohol.
Wait a second. Hoagie, do you think they heard us say that we were going to the guards? Do you think the guards heard us say that we were coming here?
Like, they know that the charm doesn't last forever, right? And like after a minute, those guards will completely realize that they were
Well, on
under the
top-
effect
yeah.
of magic.
Yeah, we know that because we're spellcasters.
Surely they know. Surely they know it's not permanent.
I like the
Well,
I like the
actually-
idea of cutting back and forth as you guys have a conversation, and then it cuts over. And hey, do you thinking of the same things at the same time, right?
I think I'm just gonna have another pint and wait for the whole thing to blow over.
I seem to remember, though, because I was taught magic by my father, something about the duration. I don't know.
Well, Les should really know because I charmed him.
Unfortunately, Jeremy will never know magic.
Okay, bit rude.
Les should know. I've charmed him before specifically.
When I was charmed by Iwin, it didn't last forever. The kiss was very nice, but
Yeah, there was this whole thing where he was trying to leave his family, and so I had to make him to force him to stay. Yeah, he's actually a pretty good kisser.
Okay, that's a lot to unpack.
Oh, this whole day is about unpacking.
Back to Les and Hoagie.
okay, Hoagie, I think we need to leave. We like to drink with Hoagie because Hoagie is our mate, and when we drink with Hoagie, he downs his drink in 8, 7, 6, 8. Let's go, Hoagie. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I don't want to leave the Wizard Sleeve.
Hoagie, there's a jeweler. There's a bar right next to the jeweler where we need to go anyways. Let's go.
What did you just say?
I said we need to go to a jeweler, but there's a bar right next to the jeweler anyways.
Before that.
I said you need to down your drink in 8? What?
Never mind, let's go.
Okay, goodbye.
Let-
Oh, are you talking about
Going with you.
that?
Yeah.
I was saying goodbye to the bar. Oh, fuck. 1 second. I put some money down on the counter. Do one of those.
Yep.
Head out.
All right. They kind of
Look.
wave. Thanks.
Look, before we move on, and I reach into my bag and I pull out a diamond. I just want to get rid of these fucking powers. Maybe dying will help get rid of the powers if that happens. Take this, and I hand her the like $500 diamond I bought.
500.
I
500
dropped
gold?
mad money. Yeah, the diamond I bought like a few.
No, USD.
We're
damn it.
U.S. dollars. I'm not sure what the exchange rate is at this point.
Maybe it was 100. I don't know.
Right.
Whatever it is, but I hand the diamond. I
300.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember buying one.
Yeah.
But I hand it to her and I say, I thought my powers, as I studied more, would lead to a certain ability, a certain spell that required this. And I realized that the path that my powers are taking are not going that way. But I see that you might be able to. Whatever the fuck happens the rest of today, or the rest of this weekend, or the rest of the following week, up until the inevitable, if something happens, whether it's to me, whether it's to Les, whether it's to Elo, you use that diamond.
I can do that.
Okay.
Yep,
Don't use it on Hoagie.
Okay, got it. Yep, I was
Thank
going to ask about that.
No.
Second question.
No.
You and Les die. I only have like 30 seconds to decide.
Well, just know that you'll have to live with the consequences of your choice for the rest of your life.
That sounds terrible.
Welcome
just
to
keep
my
the
world.
diamonds
I'm
for
now the
myself.
savior of humanity or something. Some bullshit like that.
Oh.
Revive Les, I guess. He needs to be a dad. I just want to stay in my cottage and enjoy a quiet life. At least he can do something with his life. Raise a kid. Don't revive Hoagie. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Yep, got it.
All right.
Well,
All right. Where you guys? So you guys are continuing to the Duke, yes? Or
yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Zale. You look like you're gonna say something.
Or were you gonna? Where were you thinking?
I wish they had just followed us so that we could all be together, so that we could, fight our way out if we really needed to.
But they might be going that way,
It's
or
like
they're just.
It's such an MO that we split party. I feel
It's just what you guys do, right?
I mean, they
It's
audibly
almost
said.
like you casted a giant ball of darkness and then turned into a horse and took half the party one way.
Okay, whoa. Elo did the darkness. I ran.
I can't believe they didn't follow us.
There's Hoagie standing back there. Where'd they go?
I mean, they did mention going to that brewery. So we ran away. Do we want to stop by there?
Where I don't even know where that bar is. Do you?
No. I went out drinking with them once. We didn't go there, and then I wound up entangled with the mob. I never went out drinking with them ever again.
That sounds like a good call. Elo, do you know where the wizard sleeve is?
And he goes,
I
Yeah, go ahead. If you want to play it, go ahead.
mean, I think, the backstory of this city is just so diversely populated with its different economies, and I do remember the brewery being in like more of the upper middle lower class, and I think it's over here.
Upper, middle, lower.
All right, let's follow Elo. Okay, yeah, let's go. We're following Elo.
You guys are trying to find us when you're.
We don't know you did.
You got this crystal that needs to get to the vault, and you guys are like, let's not.
And we think that we're gonna get fucking locked up if we step foot at the castle.
Well, while you guys have decided all that, Hoagie and I have made it to the jeweler.
All right.
Which
You
is-
guys want to play that out? We can pause and then go over
yeah.
you guys.
Go for it.
Cool.
Sure.
Let's do it. You walk in.
Hello, how are you doing today?
And Zal just looks up and goes, "Oh, hi, Liz. Hello." And then
Is
she
that
looks
just
at,
who
she
I'm
goes,
looking-
"Hello, Hoagie."
Zeldris, you are looking fantastic today. How is pardon my haste, but how is the ring coming along?
And she just kind of looks and she goes, well, after you've had me working on it all night and then poked your head in and said, don't worry about it, I was a bit pissed off, but I finished it the next day. I think it looks pretty good. And she pulls it out.
Yeah.
And she shows it to you. And it's pretty good. I mean, you can do an investigation check if you want. Kind of
Okay,
to
so
take a look at it.
Because with the ring that I got from fucking what's his name that I'm trying to match up.
Yeah, it was oh my god, not Raven Snow. Yes, thank you, Samuel Ronan.
Yeah, Samuel Ronan's ring that I'm trying to match with this to give to Don Orcleone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have that ring. That's the ring of life that I gave.
You just gave it to Awen, yes.
Okay, so I guess I'll roll. I'll take the ring and roll an investigation.
And, yeah, do an investigation. I think that works.
17.
17. You look at it and it looks pretty good. I mean, you notice a couple things where you think it's like, well, that might have been like a tiny little detail that maybe looked a little different, but you also kind of surmise that someone seeing it from a distance probably wouldn't know. So.
Okay. I hand it to Hoagie. I'm like, Hoagie, what do you think?
I don't know. I've never really held a ring before.
Hoagie, not like that.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, thank you, Hoagie. I take the ring back. And I look at Zeldris and I just go, and what do you require of me for this service?
And she looks and she goes, I don't require anything. My brothers have vouched for you guys, and I of course am willing to help the Mystaran Rangers. And then she looks up at Hoagie and goes, and Hoagie, I have a special gift for you.
Oh, Hoagie! Hoagie!
And she pulls out this like this little, it's a sack with like a little belt that has these like metal little things at the bottom, and goes, this is what you asked for, and hands it to you.
Hoagie, she gave you balls!
I feel like such a man now.
Hoagie! How they are fitted incredibly well. How did you manage to do that?
And she begins to blush, and she's like, well.
Les, if you need me, I'll be in the back fondling my testicles.
Hoagie, we can go to the bar across the street real quick and get another pint before we go see Don Orcleone. Okay, I'm sorry. I forgot how important this was to you. I will be at the bar across the street.
You just hear like, ding, 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 ding.
Like those, what's that little thing where it's got like the 5 or 6 and ting, 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 ting.
When I walk out of the jeweler, can I look down the street left and right and see if I notice any of Don Orcleone's men, like the ones that stopped us the night before?
Yeah, do a quick investigation check, sure.
All right. 20.
Yeah.
A dirty 20.
You kind of look around. You actually don't see too many people right there on that street, and the ones you see just they don't seem to be. They just seem to be normal kind of citizens going about their business. There's a couple. There's a guy walking down, kind of look like he's gonna go into the bar, and there's across the street, and there's another like a couple walking, and looks like they were like shopping or something like that, and that's about it.
Can I carry that investigation? I don't know if you want me to re-roll it again, but can I carry that over into the bar when I walk into the bar?
You'd probably you'd probably do a re-roll right at that point once you get into the bar, because then it's a different area, right? It's a different situation. So,
17.
Okay, so you go in, and what are you looking for specifically? Like, what are you?
Just Don Orcleone's men. Because I don't remember. We're supposed to meet them at like noon, right?
Oh, I thought it was like 3. So you guys should have a couple of hours before you have to do that, right? Because this should be
cool.
Then
yeah, I'm looking for Don Orcleone's men and also just royal guards in case the royal guards are nearby.
Sure. You go in and you don't see too many people in the bar. You see the bartender behind the counter. You see the guy that you saw walk in from the street who just looks like a regular guy. You see maybe 3 or 4 other customers, couple sitting together, a couple sitting alone, and none of them look too out of the ordinary, right? They just look
Fuck,
like
I
normal
just
people.
realized where I'm walking into.
Mhm.
Douche bag, how are you doing today?
And you see Dude goes, "Oh, hello. I'm fine. I'm wrapping up for the day. Where it's a slow day today, but I'll be leaving shortly, leaving it with the rest of my staff here."
Oh, well, very, very good. Have you noticed anyone coming in or out today that royal guards or, to speak frank, Don Arcleone, any affiliates of Don Arcleone?
Well, not that I know of, but they are usually sometimes you can't tell because they hide themselves well. They just look like other citizens. I haven't seen any guards either, but it's early in the day. Most of them are still on duty.
Well, thank you very much, Du.
Sure.
And if you have a moment, I'll take a pint. Hoagie is over there fondling his new balls. Get a pint for him as well as soon as he
And
comes in.
Dude goes, "Oh, his new balls. Yes, that sounds
Hey, got
wonderful."
some fitted.
Yes, and here you go. And he hands you a nice pint, and yeah, that's about it. Anything else?
No, thank you very much. Du, I will catch you later. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Have a great day.
All right, I just wait for Hoagie to come in
All
after
right.
he's done fondling.
For like a couple seconds, is the door of the bar just like swings open. I'm just like, I walk in all wide stance, just
Like
every step is just. Ding, ding.
it's like a cowboy with their spurs, except it's not
Yeah.
spurs.
It's balls.
Right.
I love how, low key, it kind of feels like maybe you've undone the stealth advantage that you have from your silent but deadly axe.
Just need to get used to him.
Well,
So
you don't
figure out
hear
how to make them not
you don't
swing.
hear his footsteps. You hear the
But you hear his balls everywhere he goes.
right.
I just like take up my axe. I'm like, 1 second, guys, just reach in, just like
Right.
pull my balls out, like put them in my pocket.
Right. Exactly.
I like to imagine he just sits down at the bar in the widest of man spreads humanly possible, like almost a 180-degree angle from thigh.
All right, so you
and
guys are at the bar. All right.
We got the ring, and now we're just waiting for the Don Orcleone meeting. And I look at Hoagie, and I say to Hoagie, I really hope they made it into the castle okay, like we instructed them to do. You don't think they would have tried to do anything else besides just getting the crystal into the vault, do you, Hoagie?
I mean, is he still a horse? Like, do they let horses in?
Surely he wouldn't try to go in as just a horse.
Zale, they're drinking at the bar. I see them right there.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck! Zale, what the fuck are you doing here?
What the fuck are you doing here?
Well, we have a Don Orcleone meeting, and you have to get one of the most important crystals in all of the realm into a vault.
The Don Orcleone meeting isn't for another 3 hours. And what if the castle? What if the castle is trapped? Kind of would love our 2 stockiest people to help with the fight to get out of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is fair.
Thank you. I knew
Hoagie?
you'd be at the brewery.
Hoagie, I think we have to go now, Hoagie. Hoagie, do you want to show Wait, I went Zale, Elo. Look at this. Hoagie.
Everyone, hold on a second. I'm just gonna like unzip my pants.
I don't like where this is
Check 'em
going.
out. I'm a man now.
Why are you all taking your pants off so much today?
Well, it's not been too much today. What are you talking about? No more than normal.
And
First time I've done it.
you see,
No, it's not.
Today it is.
No, it's not. You showed Emanora a tattoo on your upper thigh.
Oh yeah, but I pulled up from the bottom.
No, because remember you couldn't get it over your calf, and so then you realized you had to take off your pants.
and when Hoagie does that and drops his pants and shows his new accoutrement, You see douchebag behind it, kind of grabs a counter and goes, "Who am I?"
Okay, fine. Let us all go to the castle then.
Should we try to stealth in, or are we just walking in the front door as proud as Hoagie is right now?
Well, by this moment, I feel like the Viceroy has probably made it back to the castle. So,
Well, see, Zale and I were having the same conversation of, well, the Viceroy is going to talk to the king and against us, but the Archmage should set everything straight on the other side. But who has more of the power? And then Elo got into this political debate. It was daunting. It was a daunting ride here, to say the least.
so what conclusion have you come to?
We don't. We don't. I don't know how successful we can do to sneak into a castle
Okay,
of all
then
places.
then I think we should just try the front door.
Man, I really wish
Probably
one
gonna
of
be
us.
really hard to bust down my shoulder.
Should we? This might sound crazy, but I'm. Is there? What about the crystal? I mean, if we get pinned by like 20 guards at the castle, we're gonna have to hand the crystal over to the Viceroy.
Then do
Could
you want
we-
to go back? Do you want to go all the way back to the Mages Guild?
No, I was thinking like, can we go back to the tavern that we've been rendezvousing at, and maybe having what's the barkeep's name?
Maldris.
Maldris.
Yeah.
Maybe having Maldris hold on to it. Like that sounds crazy, giving that, but he's an ex-Mystaran Ranger, or he is allies with the Mystaran Rangers. And then if we get jumped by 20 guards, we don't have a crystal to give. So we can go over there, scope it, make sure everything's safe, and then, I mean, hell, I can turn into a horse again, go back and get it and come back.
Can I do a little perception to see if anyone's listening to us right now?
Sure, yeah.
Because I just realized how loud we're talking in the middle of this tavern, just out in the middle of nowhere.
I also did just like pull my pants down, so there might be some people kind of like paying
Focusing on
attention
you.
to us.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, and you kind of notice a few people are, since that happened, right? Since Hoagie did that, everybody, there are people just kind of looking at you, and you see, a couple people they're not trying to be obvious, but they got these like confused look on their face, like, the hell are they talking about?
We should go. There are people listening here. We don't know who's listening.
All right,
Okay.
let's go.
Okay, let's go. Get up and go.
Okay. As we're leaving, we can we'll decide where we're going. Do we go to Maldris, or do we just try and go to the keep?
I vote Maldris, but I'll waive if the rest of the party says otherwise.
Because part of me wants to go back to the honestly, I think we should go back to the university at this point.
And do what? That's like the crime scene.
Well, how long has it been since we left? It's been like an hour, right?
Crime scenes don't get like cleaned up in an hour.
Yeah, but Eminora just said that she had to finish up a few things there and close down the pocket dimension. So I'm assuming it wouldn't have taken her that long to do that. She might be back.
Yeah.
It's a risk. I mean, there could still be guards and the Viceroy there, scoping out the scene or whatever.
Or we just immediately. Can you wild shape into a bird? Like a small bird, that's a pigeon.
It would be my last use of wild shape for the day, but yes.
I don't think we can do that because flying speed, right?
Oh yeah, no, I can't fly. I have to be
Oh.
This is Tumnus talking. I have to be a certain level to fly.
Gotcha.
I
I
have swim speed. I could swim there.
No,
Through the sewers, baby!
Yeah, I'll get the same tattoo.
God damn it. Oh no, I was metagaming. I was thinking about just if we could get you to fly
by.
Fly by and check out the windows and see.
I think I have to be like level 8.
Okay.
I think I have to be level 8.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Also, like, neither of us have sending, right?
Wait,
we
no.
can't-
Wait, maybe. Or am I crazy? No, I think. Oh no, I don't. Oh no, yeah, you're right. It's I have too many tabs because I also have elo shit. Wild shape. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I have to be. I think it's like a CR2. Yeah, it's. Yeah, no, I can't fly.
Okay.
Damn it.
And neither of us have sending, so we can't like send the Duke a message.
I don't have sending.
Yeah, I don't either.
Elo? No, I don't have that. No, I don't.
Shit.
Maybe could like Maldris get a message to the Duke?
Is Maldris able to do that?
Well, he has sent little messages out for you guys before. You know, to a few other, like a couple other people. And
It's
stuff like
worth a shot.
All right. Remembering that, then I think we should go to Maldres.
Okay, I'm for that. Is everyone else?
It does seem like the safest place.
Hoagie?
Good with me.
All right.
Elo, how do you feel?
You know, I'm okay with that.
All right. On that note, we'll take a 15-minute break.
Woo!
All right. Back in a bit, everybody. All right, we're back now. I think. I hope. All right, cool. Good news is 0% packet loss for the first half of the stream. So
Yay, you just jinxed it though.
I know.
but
Now it's gonna be
yay.
like 30% or something like that. Whatever. If that's the case, I'll bitch at Comcast again. All right, welcome back, everybody. So. I think you guys were heading towards. I couldn't remember which one. Did you just had to go to the Duke or to the tavern with Maldris?
The tavern.
Tavern.
Okay, cool. So I pass the torch to you.
So I guess we arrive unharassed.
Yeah, you're there, and nobody on the street. You know, it's just seems like a normal day. You get there, and you know that's it. It's a big city, right? So.
The guards are looking for a horse. That's why.
Yeah, do we pass any guards on the way? I'm sorry, I'm eating.
No, that's all right. So am I. So on the way back, and if we, let me pull back up the map, for everybody's benefit.
Like, basically, I'm trying to understand whether it's just the guards that are with the Viceroy that believe we are under arrest, or if, like, all of the guards in the city are looking for us.
Yeah, well, actually, we'll close the map. That's fine. No, I think you pass a couple on the way, but they don't seem to take any notice of you. There's a couple of just pleasant, but just you pass the normal number of guards you'd see, and that was about it. So either, they didn't get the message, or word hasn't gotten around yet, or something, right? There's a number of different possibilities that could be, but no, nobody gave you a hassle on the way.
Okay. Part of me wants to try the keep. part of me still wants to try the keep. Like, just...
Yeah. So I would say, as we're getting closer to the tavern, after we've passed a few guards,
right,
that don't seem to interact with us, the next one we pass, I would like to just give them a wave and be like, "All's well in the city, I take it."
Yep. And they just go, yes, ma'am. It's a beautiful day out. It's sunny. It's everything. Hope you're having a pleasant stay in the city.
Oh, very. And then I'll turn to the rest of the party and be like, "I don't think we are actually under arrest."
Agreed.
But what if that's what the necromancer wants you to think? What if this guy controlled the minds of all the guards to not make a row so that we come to the castle with the crystal, and then he's like, "Ho, ho, ho, travelers. Looks like I caught you in my trap, bitch." And then...
Well, then why wouldn't he do that from the
Classic
beginning?
necromancer fashion.
Because we casted darkness on him and turned into a horse and ran away.
Right. I don't know. I'm starting to think maybe we should just give it a shot.
I would agree.
Okay.
Let's leave it up to the fates. I pull out a coin. Zale, you call it.
Why don't we just stop by Maldris, ask if he's heard anything? And if he says no, we just keep going.
All right, that seems heads.
Landed heads.
We'll stop
I
by
say we
Maldris
just.
and
Oh, God damn it!
We'll just ask. We'll just be like, "Oh, you heard anything about us being criminals?"
All right, so that's what you're doing. You're getting there and doing that, or is that?
Yeah, apparently we're forsaking the coin, which is heresy.
Well, I called it, so I get to choose.
Yeah, that's
what
true.
We do,
That's true. Yeah, fair enough.
The home team doesn't always say, "I want the ball." Sometimes they're like, "I want to defend this end of the field." So, all right. So you get there, and you go into the tavern, I assume, and you see a couple patrons in there, just like normal, and Maldris is behind the counter and everything, and he kind
And
of
50 guards behind.
right. He looks up and he just kind of waves to you while he's in the middle of cleaning a glass and doing a few other things. So,
Maldris, have you heard anything about us being under arrest?
and he goes like, "Under arrest, eh? Because I knew that there was a scuffle or something going on over at the college, but I hadn't heard you were under arrest. I know they said they had some, what I heard was there was some suspects of somebody that I think broke into an office or something there. Was that you guys?
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
we can't hear you. There you go.
Super small amount of breaking in, like very hardly.
And he just smiles and kind of keeps cleaning his glass. Oh, I should have known.
Well, thank you for letting us know that there is not a citywide search for us.
No, I haven't seen any guards or anything come in, so I mean, I haven't talked to Galrus in a few hours though, so I don't know if they went next door.
And have you seen the Viceroy today
No.
by any chance?
No, thankfully. He's not my favorite person.
Ours neither.
All right, shall we just go to the keep then?
Okay, but if the jive goes up, I'm just saying I told you so.
That's fair.
Okay.
When the jib is jabbed, I'm telling you I told you so.
When the jib is...
When the flamingo's second foot falls, I'm going to say I told you so.
The
I imagine we walk to the keep
Alright,
and the
I don't
whole
want him to die.
time Awen is just coming up with new ways to say.
If the bee's brassiere shines a faint orange, I'm going to say I told you so.
The bee is...
If you keep this up, you're gonna be a bigger threat to fucking humanity. I swear to God, dude.
All right, let us go.
Just saying.
Do we just start going, guys? Because I feel like, yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, so you make your way over to the keep. You get through the drawbridge that goes to the little island with the keep, and the guards they recognize you. They just kind of wave. It's the regular guards, right? It's the city guards, and then inside the keep are kind of the Duke's specific guards, right? And then there's the third faction, which you don't see here right now, is the Black Blades, which are the Viceroy's special unit. Both the city guards and the keep guards themselves are just, welcome, Rangers, and assume you walk right up to the keep door and talk to those guards and just basically attempting to go in. Is that the...
Yeah, we literally as long as things keep running smoothly, I think we just keep fucking, hello.
Yep. They're you get up there and they get, oh yes, the Duke has sent you the open invitation, you know that, and they know that, and you go in, and when you get inside and assuming that you kind of the normal pleasantries that you kind of get in, and you're looking for the Duke, and you just say yes and that type of thing. I assume you're asking for the Duke.
Yeah.
And so they say, okay, well, wait in this. You can go, over here, and then they make you wait for a couple minutes. Like, okay, well, great, go on in the room in the throne room now. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, could we ask them to ask the Duke to meet us by the vault?
Yeah, well, yeah, and the throne room is on the way. Remember, it was in a secret passage behind behind the throne. So
yeah, but I guess what I'm asking is, I feel like if we could ask the guards, hey, could you tell the Duke that we're going to the vault, that I'm assuming the Duke has said we're okay to just go to, considering the mission that we're on.
Yeah, I mean, he has to open it and let you in, right? And then you have the ring to get into the vault itself, but to get into the passage, he's got to open. So it's kind of a series of events that have to happen where you kind of both have to be involved. But yeah, that's where we're at. So
cool. Okay.
So as you enter the throne room, and what you see inside there the normal contingent of the royal guards, and you see the Duke kind of standing there talking to the Viceroy. And the Viceroy has a few of his guards there. And you kind of overhear it, and the Viceroy's like, but my lord, I know that they're trying to help, but what they did, the way they treated us, they put this spell of darkness, and he's just like, Viceroy, you were trying to arrest them when they were really working on my behalf, and he goes, that's what Eminora said, and the Duke looks up at you and goes, here they are now, Rangers, come, and Viceroy looks over at you and goes, kind of with this scowl on his face, and he's like, may I be dismissed, my lord? Yes, you may go. And he just kind of storms out past you guys. So the Duke's like, how can I help you?
We have a thing of great importance that needs to go in schmaltz.
Yes. All right. And before I go, the Viceroy gave me this, and he pulls this little. It's like you've seen them before. It's like a message crystal where you can magically encode a message into it, and if the right person touches it, they can see the message, right? So he hands you. He goes, "The Viceroy gave me this. It seems Eminora has sent you a message that you can watch privately. That's all I know about it. But here,
Why did the Viceroy have that?
it
The
seems
Viceroy was just trying to arrest us.
yes, It seems Eminora gave it to him after a conversation they had, and, he was unable to see it, but, only you, obviously, in these cases, can see the message, but that's what he gave.
And was this conversation before or after the Viceroy attempted to arrest us?
And he kind of smiles. He goes, I believe it was after. She
Also,
gave me one as well to explain the situation, so.
Also, just so you're aware, the Viceroy did try to steal the gem from us.
And he just kind of laughs. He goes, well, I'm not sure he tried to steal it. I'm sure he was just doing his duty. I know he's a tough person, but he was just trying to get it here and get
By
it into the
arresting
vault.
us.
He goes, I assured him that it is not his place to take the crystal unless I were to give that directive, so which I did not do. I simply told him, if there, as he is empowered to do, if there is a crime in the city, he can arrest the people. But I did not give him instructions to take the crystal from you.
I don't
And that
trust him.
doesn't worry you.
This is typical of the Viceroy. Sometimes he gets overzealous. I'm always cautious with people like this, but he has proven himself time and again.
And for someone that just occasionally gets overzealous and goes against your wishes and your instructions, you keep that person as your right-hand man.
Well,
Zale.
I
Zale.
made my instructions very clear now. I told him he is not to get the crystals from you. If you have the crystals, that is what I would prefer at this point. We didn't have that conversation directly in the past, but we have now.
Well, just okay, fine. The fuck the Viceroy is all I'll say on it. Can we get this into the vault?
Yes, of course. And he goes, guards, seal the door, please. Yeah, oh, yes, my lord. And they go and seal the door. And he's like, come. And then, just as you had done last time, at least a couple of you were there. I don't know if everybody was there, and he goes and he opens the secret passage behind the throne room. And you march down the stairs, and you see the guards lining kind of that chamber there, and up to the vault. And he's like, yes. He goes, and you have the signet ring, I believe. I'm assuming, and the crystal.
Turns out the signet is missing.
The
We're talking about the.
No, the Duke's ring. The Duke's ring
the
that
Duke's
opens
ring.
the vault. Yeah,
I thought you
Elo had it. So, yeah.
Gotcha, I thought
that
you were
was
talking
the-
about the
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
The
sorry.
Elementus thing.
Let me check through. Here it is.
Wonderful. And he's like, and if one of you would wish to, after I say the incantation, if you wish to come up with the crystal and we can place it in there, that's great. And so he goes and he kind of steps away from you, the 30, 20 feet, whatever it is. And you see him do the incantation and put the ring in there, and poof, the vault unseals and opens up. He's like, all right, and kind of waves you forward. So whoever has the crystal. Yep, and he kind of
Tail, why are
he
you
puts out his
hopping?
hands for the crystal, the box, and I assume you give him the box, and yes,
No, I'm not giving him the box. I'm going inside myself, and I'm gonna place the box on the pedestal.
and he kind of puts out his hands, and you just walk back, and he's like, huh, all right. He's like, I believe it's this one, and he points to the one spot, right? Because they supposedly have specific spots. Last time he was like,
Okay.
oh wait, no, it's this one before. So he's like,
And
please.
the life crystal is in its spot.
Yes, that
we
box
left
is
it?
still there, right? The box is opened, and you see that crystal still glowing there. And as you kind of enter, it's like it actually seems a bit like more docile than it did last time. It just kind of pulsates every once in a while, but it's not as angry as it was previously. So
Okay. I'll walk up holding the box and I'll look at the Vitalis crystal and just be like, "Oh, still here, are you, in your little prison? Yes, well, you're going to rot here for the rest of your life? Whatever." And put the box on the pedestal that the Duke pointed
all
at.
right, and you see the crystal as you're saying that. It just kind of glows hard. You don't feel it hit your mind quite as hard as it did last time when you were talking to it, but it does you feel that it makes you flinch a little. And as you put the Elementus crystal down, you see the same type of thing. That beam kind of comes out from the arch, the arm that's overhead, that magical beam with all the different, cold and fire and all the different, kind of types of magic, slams down on top of the box, and you see the same thing. The box top opens, and you just see this crystal rise up, and it just has this like blue glow to it, and it pulsates. You don't feel it like you did with the what you call it, the headache, right? With the mind. What you feel is you kind of feel in the air it's like a static charge, and you feel kind of almost the air almost like goes to, rapidly changes between this humidity and dry feel, and you see there's light and then a little darkness, and so it's all of the elements that are in the area just kind of are reacting very weird around you, right? You feel that, and that's the same thing when the crystals now you see the two crystals just kind of glowing, sitting there.
I will nod satisfactorily,
Mhm.
turn on my heels, and walk back out.
All right, and the Duke just kind of with a half a smile just nods back at you and just kind of looks and closes up the thing, seals the.
Wait, Duke,
go ahead.
wait.
Yeah?
Iwan, did you want to?
Would I'm sorry. I've learned a few things since last time.
Mhm.
Would I be able to hold the life crystal?
And
I have the ring.
he looks at you and goes, "I'm sorry. We can't shut that down. The crystal is in the prison, and it would not be a good idea to lower that barrier."
No. Okay.
You felt when we put it in there, you felt the power that it emanated out into your minds before.
Well, yeah,
That's,
but
that's not
I mean,
something we
as a paragon,
will do.
I thought that I could, handle it.
And he looks at you. He's like, a paragon? With this puzzled look on his face. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what that means.
Solid name drop. Solid name drop there, Iwan.
I'm sorry, but what is a paragon?
Oh, he's just like the savior of all mankind or something.
You learn a lot in a
All
few
right.
hours.
It's like, well, interesting. It's like, and he just kind of looks and kind of has a puzzled look on his face and goes, "Well, I wish you well in that endeavor."
So
Thanks. He could
no
use it because
unlock.
he might die.
We can't. No, I'm sorry. We can't do this. I honestly, that's not
No,
within
it's
our
okay.
purview.
Can't
Uh,
die,
Even
can't
mine.
save humanity if I can't access the crystals. That's fine. That's fine. That's
Amen.
fine with me, honestly.
Okay, so passive aggression aside, Duke, Iwan was told by Emanora that he is the Paragon, which is the savior of all humanity, and equipped with the life ring, which he has on right now, he should be able to control the life stone, which is why he's trying to touch it. He left out all of that, and I understand your trepidation in letting him touch it.
I thought everybody here knew I was a Paragon, apparently. And
I mean, Emanora did say that only the mages of the college knew that, but yeah, no.
if the
wait, make it-
mages of the college know,
I was not aware of any type of paragon or anything. If Emanora wishes and has some plan in mind, of course, she can come and talk with me about it, and I'm willing to, of course, listen if we have some sort of plan to make sure that these crystals are secure.
I mean, I'm willing to cut this man's throat the moment he starts to act weird. If the crystal takes his mind over.
okay, I
Really,
spent a moment. I spent
Feels
a
like
moment trying to embrace my new identity. I'm done with this, and never mind. It's okay. It's
No,
okay.
Iwan,
Right.
Iwan,
No,
that was
no.
no, Iwan, I
No,
have full
no.
faith. Iwan, I have full faith in you. I know you're going to be able to do this. I am just the backup plan. If the stone starts to take over your mind, I will make sure that you cannot use your power for evil.
And how confident are you that you would have to use the backup plan?
Like 2% confident because I know you have it.
2?
Yes, I am 2% skim right now. You can do this.
I will say it's maybe an unnecessary risk.
Yes,
right now.
that is not a risk that I, quite frankly, even as the Duke of the City, am willing to take.
Well,
Then
If
I-
that's wrong,
we're
we empower you as a paragon with the power of this crystal, and it does.
I
take
don't
you
want to
over.
be empowered. I was just interested to see. I'm being told I'm special. I want to see if I actually am, because I don't believe it.
Den, can I take a look at the cages that are in this while this is all happening? I'm curious if the cages that these are being held in have any sort of symbols on them that indicate that is where the gem's supposed to go, or if the Duke is having us put the gems in the wrong places. I'm like looking to make sure that they're going where they need to be going.
Yeah, if you roll an investigation check, sure.
11.
11. Okay. No, that's fine. And you go in and you're kind of looking and you see, it's dimly lit. Most of the light is actually now coming from these energy barriers that the crystals are held in. And what it's shining on the console the pedestal, right, that they sit on, and these arms kind of go overhand. And you can't see under the two that are there, but in the third one, you do see this. It's like a really faint symbol. It's almost like an indentation or a slight miscolor. It's like a black felt and then a slightly blacker felt that you see this small image of a skull. So, it's almost hard to see, but when you look closely, you kind of notice it there, right?
Okay. So I noticed that. Can we just take a look at the rest of the vault real quick? I want to see, because obviously the barriers are feeding off the power of these gems, but where is that power going? I guess I know it's supposed to be making the barriers stronger, but I wanna know, like, is there something? Does it look like there's like power being fed somewhere, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just taking a good look around to see like what is happening in this room, like what is actually happening in this room, if I can.
Sure,
divine anything from
yeah.
that.
And let me pull up, just because I want to make sure I don't forget any of the details. I did have a description before. Come on now. Where was
Just a little part of me that's worried that maybe there's more to this room than meets the eye, you know?
Let's see.
And we might be helping out.
Clearly Emanora doesn't have much faith in it,
Yeah.
which is bad because she made it.
Yeah.
Not a good sign.
Well, and the way it came across from Emanora was that she feels this is the most secure that they can come up with, but that these crystals are so powerful, nothing is certain, right? That was essentially the message that you gave her.
What always gets me fucked up about that messaging is like if this is the most secure that they could be, why were they ever split to begin with?
Yeah,
what
I don't
Like,
understand that either, but
That was the idea, is back at the time that this wasn't created right away, right? It was years later that they came up with this solution. And for the time, since no one really knew about these crystals, and most people still don't know that they exist, right? I mean, this is kind of an elite. Most of the regular people have no idea these crystals are there and everything. The idea is that there were certain leaders and certain people at that level that knew, and they each took one to separate them and to keep them secret, right? It's like digging a hole in your backyard and burying $100,000 in a box somewhere. Sure, is that secure? No, but nobody knows it's there. So the idea is they didn't want to then put them in motion and everything once they were in these places. That's the way they explained it to you, right?
I guess there's just like a little bit of skepticism, and maybe this is not Les, maybe this is more like me.
Sure.
But I just want to like make sure that the room is not secretly something that's bringing the crystals together to use them as a weapon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
a laser comes out of the castle and just
like
murks.
some big fucking Death Star bullshit, you know?
Right.
So I guess like as Les, just taking another quick look around the room, because like I mean, part of Les's backstory is that he was trained by his dad and all this arcane shit. So maybe I'm looking
spoilers.
around. Yeah. Okay, fucker. Maybe if you asked about Les's past, you'd know this. Anyways.
I didn't know about my own
Yeah.
past until 6 hours ago.
Hoagie knows all this because he's actually asked me about my past.
I didn't know about my past 6 hours ago, so I'm trying to come to grips with that.
Okay, well, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter.
So are you? So is Les proficient in one of the two, investigation or perception?
Perception.
Okay, why don't we do this? Because you're right with your background and everything. Why don't you roll a perception check as you kind of further look around the room to see if you find anything?
Rolling. Fucking 7.
A 7.
God
okay.
damn it.
So as you're going around the room, what you see again the pedestal in the middle, right? You see then coming, and that's attached directly to the floor. It's like this pedestal that comes up, and that's on the top. It's very flat except for these indentations where the box for the crystal would sit. Yeah. Coming directly out of the floor are these pillars that kind of go straight up and then they arch, like imagine like half of the St. Louis arch, right? Kind of standing, from the floor over, and it goes directly over those spots. Okay. And that's where you see that magical energy coming down to, out of the two of them now, right? Okay. Other than that, I mean, everything, the surfaces are very like highly polished, like, metal and stone and there's some of the, the highest quality materials, extremely smooth, very little patterns. It almost looks futuristic, from our perspective outside, metagaming, right? And it's, that's all you see. It's very dim light. You see kind of an ambient light coming from some lighting maybe in the ceiling. It almost looks magical, that type of a thing. And that's all you really see in here.
If I use because I have magic awareness, I mean, obviously it would be the two stones would probably be like blinding. But if I used a magic awareness, I'm going to try and use a magic awareness. I'm going to use a magic awareness if I can. Do I see like any magic being pulled to somewhere else?
No, I mean, the problem right now is the whole damn room glows with magic because of the, so those arches and everything. Because remember, they're using magic to hold the crystals as well. So it's really just the whole thing is filled with magic. So you don't really see anything other than what is obvious right there.
Cool. I'm just so fucking skeptical of this vault. I'm so like, I don't know. All right. Cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for humoring me, guys.
No. It's all good. All right.
Okay, now that Les is done having a fucking moment of just in the room, just like...
And the dude kind of looks and goes, everyone, are you satisfied? I mean, you are free to investigate further if you wish.
I mean, in general and in life, no, but in this instance, I kind of, I guess.
He kind of chuckles with a knowing grin. He goes, yes, I can understand. He's like, all right.
Brian, I saw that roll. Brian rolled a 6 for investigation. He's like, yes, this is made of stone.
Right. Yeah. I think. um, so yeah, he's like, all right. I mean, if that's it, then the Duke would lock up the vault and you'd be on your way.
Cool.
All right.
Well,
Yep.
before we go,
Sure.
you've been helpful the last 2 times. Do you know where the 3rd crystal is?
Now, the
Any
only thing...
leads for us to follow?
No. Unfortunately, I've had folks out investigating this, and that the necromancer, it seems, that we talked about before, we've heard nothing of him now for a bit, other than when those undead attacks were happening on the city. Everything seems to have subsided. We don't see anything. I've come up with nothing so far. My investigators have, but they're not you.
Hoagie?
Hoagie?
You're right.
Just adjusting to my new appendages.
Here, you hear a clank every once in a while. Clunk!
I didn't know they get stuck to your leg. It's really uncomfortable.
Okay.
Manhood. Well, let's hope that there is some sort of trail to follow in this gem message thing. Otherwise, I don't know where we're going to go.
And he goes, yes. He goes, if I do hear anything, I will contact you. And thank you for the warning of the Viceroy. I appreciate your carefulness, your caution in the situation. I will keep an eye on him.
Yeah, if you could instruct him to just maybe not talk to us.
He can, yes. Well, of course, I can't guarantee that will happen, but I will make sure he knows to stay out of your way from when you're conducting business in this regard.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
I would prefer the actually what Zale said just a second ago. Never talk to us. We just Zale put it perfectly. I just want that to be.
And he kind of chuckles. He's like, I understand. I can't guarantee that, but I will give him a message. So
You can't guarantee that. But I just again what Zale said. Never.
Yeah, and he kind of laughs.
Talk.
And he's like, "Good luck, Rangers.
Thank you
Let me
very
know
much.
if you come across anything else."
Okay.
And he gives you the ring back too, like after everything is his signet ring, right? So
It goes back to Elo.
Yep.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh my god! It's so accurate!
That's great. That's great.
All right.
All right.
Oh man.
Okay. Zale,
I have a question for Den.
Sure.
What's the time range ask between now and definitely not Awen, but Les and Hoagie's meeting with the Don.
Yeah,
You're coming with, you son of a bitch.
Not fucking going.
Well, you probably got back. I'm just trying to think. This whole thing has probably taken a couple hours since you've gotten back. You went back. You were having a few drinks and you were doing this and going back to the tavern and then finally went over to the keep. I mean, you're probably due within about an hour or so to go meet the Don. Why?
Just checking on time.
Cool.
Iwan, if my timekeeping is correct, Iwan, we have a meeting here in about an hour.
Again, we don't have shit.
Iwan, Iwan, you are a part of this.
I'm not a part of anything. I wasn't the one who killed a man.
Iwan, do you not remember what he said
That was
to you?
me.
That was okay. Yep.
Again,
Hoagie,
you should not be announcing that.
Please stop, Hoagie.
Gonna get us in trouble.
Iwan, do you not remember what Don Leon said? He said he would burn down your school if you did not come.
He did. He most certainly did not say
He
that.
did say that. He did say
Doesn't
that.
even from what city?
I don't know. He said, "I know where you taught. I will burn down the school." He said that. Maybe you walked away for a moment, but I remember him saying that.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
he just starts burning every school, like process of elimination, until he gets it.
And then, you know what your name is synonymous with at that moment?
Yeah,
The
savior
ruin
of
of
humanity, my ass. Just let
the
schools
ruin
get
of
burnt down, huh?
education. You will be the matron of ignorance.
Again, not really doing much convincing.
No, listen, all of that goes away if you come to the meeting.
I don't think so.
I think it will. I think you have to come to this meeting.
Also, who cares about titles when you're dead anyway?
Listen, you son of a bitch, just come to the fucking meeting with us.
Why do you want me to go?
Because the last time we went to a meeting with the Don Leon, you were there and things went really well.
Oh,
Well, you say, Zale,
Really well.
but do you remember the fucking stack of money I gave you? That's right, Zale. Yes. That was mostly I win, choosing who we were betting on.
Yeah, and it also led to someone killing someone.
Okay.
Without hesitation. Not even
subsequent meeting.
Didn't even have to take a minute to take a breath, just went.
What's Elo say in this situation, Ewan?
I'm kind of with it. Why do we even have to go? Like,
of course he's on Ewan's side.
Eli, you seem suddenly very biased.
No,
I wonder why that.
I think Elo and I are standing next to each other, just like watching this argument unfold.
Right.
I
win.
Yes.
You come with us today, and I assure you that this will be the greatest thing you've ever done.
In what means?
Sorry.
In the means that if you come with us today, you might see Hoagie die, or you might save Hoagie's life. And then Hoagie will owe you one.
Okay. One, I don't think Hoagie will ever be in danger of dying unless...
You'd be surprised. Hoagie's actually not looking too good right now. I just checked.
It's a lot of pain. I'm just living off the high of my new testicles. That's pretty much it. That's the only thing keeping me going right now. There's little clankers between my legs. Every time I step, just...
Okay. Two, I don't think I could do anything for Hoagie to owe me one.
You'd be surprised. Hoagie's a man of honor. And now, fake testicles.
You call them fake. I don't care.
I mean, I don't think Hoagie would sacrifice his fake testicles for me.
You'd be surprised what Hoagie does in a moment of valor.
Hoagie?
Mm-hmm.
Would you sacrifice your testicles for me, if need be?
I suppose I could get more testicles. So
If I was about to die and I needed your testicles to live, would you give me your testicles?
I would pass my plums too, yeah.
See?
God damn, I know that's not true. He's just saying that to get me to go to the goddamn
Pass
meeting.
a little aggressively, like I'm gonna throw them at you, but
It does the one hit point of damage that kills me.
my balls are your balls.
I'm not trading testicles.
Well, I didn't ask for your balls. I said my balls are your balls.
Oh,
So
I thought you said my balls for
Yeah,
your balls. Okay. Well, what's wrong with mine?
Well, ever
Okay,
since
listen,
learning that you're the savior of humanity, you've been a little bitch, so I'm not sure you have any balls.
Okay. Oh, listen. Why don't we just start heading this way? We can walk and talk about it. And I start walking towards where we're gonna go meet up with the Don.
God.
Right.
Let's just walk and talk.
I just look over at Zale and be like, help?
I mean, you were there. All I'm saying.
Zale, I think you should take Elo and just maybe. I mean, if you want to come, Zale, it'd be kind of cool, but.
What is the likelihood that you get in a fight?
Slim to none. We have a very good. We have we have the ring that the Dawn is looking for.
Why are you yelling?
And you're just going to give it to him?
Yes, we are giving him the ring of Samuel Ronan that he asked
Stop
for.
yelling that. There's guards.
Listen.
But
I don't know
Leslie,
who's
we
working.
need that
That's-
ring.
That's about as bad as Hoagie keeps saying that he's murdered a man.
Get closer to me.
I just murdered that guy.
It's a
Stop
duplicate.
saying that.
It's a
Stop
fake.
bringing it up.
It's a fake.
Stop.
It's a fake ring. It's a fake ring. But I don't know who's working with Don Orleans.
So we're giving him the very real ring of Samuel Ronan.
Okay, what if Samuel Ronan is just walking down the hall, like walking down the street, and then just
Come here. Talk to him about it. Come here. Talk about it. He's the one that gave us the ring. He gave us the fucking ring. Do you remember?
ow,
He
ow,
gave us it.
ow.
Remember these things. I need you to stop
Awen
forgetting.
takes 3 hit points of damage.
Okay, I think Elo and I will go, but we'll probably stay outside the bar, do a little, make sure nothing gets too hairy.
I
And-
heard Elo really likes the upper middle lower class of town. Maybe you guys can just take a walk around there.
I mean, it does have a nice scenery.
What
The
was the name of the
shrubberies
bar?
Wonderfully
Well, it
gentrified.
wasn't a bar. You were supposed to meet him back at it's during the day, so it's not active. You were supposed to meet him back at the warehouse on the docks where the fight club happened.
Yeah, but like there was the bar nearby, correct? The one
Oh,
that
there
we
was
originally-
the Demon's Hole.
Yeah, the Demon's Hole.
Yeah, that's
Alright,
where you
well,
found
Zale-
out about the fight
Zale-
club.
Zale and Elo, if you just want to wait at the Demon's Hole, it is very close to where we are meeting up with him.
I'm sorry, the what?
Yeah, the what?
The what?
The Demon's Hole. It is where we met.
So that's a
What?
10 or 15 minute walk over to the docks.
Okay, never mind. It's
so-
not that close. I take it
yeah.
back.
Good. I don't really want to drink in a demon's hole.
Oh, they do really good blowjobs revenge there.
You know what? I'll hang out nearby as like a mouse or something, inconspicuous.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I can hide in the shadows. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Let's go meet with the head of the criminal underground.
Okay, hold on.
I-
Really quick though. Let's just duck in this alley 1 second, and I pull out the message crystal.
Yep.
And
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Damn.
Forgot about that.
I'm just gonna.
That was given to us 10 minutes ago and we forgot about it.
Yeah. No,
Tap,
that's
tap,
fine.
tap.
Let's
How
see
do you
here.
turn this thing on?
Yeah, and
Oh,
as
there's a
you,
power button. have to
you
plug it
just
in.
kind of you just
sum
kind
up
of
whatever she says. I need to take a piss.
yeah. So you would know, right? Because you've seen these types of things before, and you just kind of hold it in your hand, and you kind of it's a little bit of a focus, and the crystal kind of connects to your mind, knows it's you, and then begins to play. Yeah, right. Yeah. And what you see is you see this image pop up, this almost like a holographic type of an image, and it comes up and you see Archmage Eminora just looking like in your direction and going, Rangers, I figured you might appreciate this. And then you see it change, and it almost looks like it's coming from like up above in her office, and it's still in disarray. And you see her standing there just kind of cleaning stuff up, and you see Genevieve there. And Genevieve is like, thank you for everything. And she's like, no, thank you for bringing the Rangers in and helping to retrieve me. That was good. It was a great job on your part. And then, so they're talking and kind of cleaning the office up. And then a moment later, you see the Viceroy and his guards kind of walk in, and she looks up and just in this, very pleasant demeanor and goes, Viceroy Snow, how nice it is to see you. Is there a problem here? And Archmage, you're all right. I was arresting the so-called Mystaran Rangers for their crimes against the college, the council, and you. You're all right. Did they hurt you? And she just shakes her head. Nonsense, Viceroy. The Rangers were acting in the best interest of everyone. In fact, they helped me to defeat someone who was attempting to infiltrate the council. If it wasn't for them, I may still be trapped. And they actually rescued me. Now then, I believe you should be on your way, and the Rangers have important business to attend to, so on my behalf. So please don't interfere with them. And he's like, but Archmage, I don't think this is... And she just looks at him with a pleasant smile and goes, you're dismissed, Viceroy. and then turns to go back to what he's, and he just turns to his guards and they walk out, and you see it flash back to her. You see it flash back to her face, and she goes, I figured you'd appreciate that, and just so you know, Genevieve is fine, and no, there's no charges. She's not in trouble anymore. So if I hear anything, I will let you know. In the meantime, call on me if you need to for help. And the message fades out.
Well, not going to lie, I was really expecting there to be some kind of, oh, and by the way, the death crystal's that way. Well, shit, I hope someone shows up at the docks and knows what we should do next.
I mean, to be fair, the fucking Don Orcleone might know.
It's completely possible. Also, while you were pissing, Eminora made an absolute fool of the Viceroy. It was delicious. You should watch it another time.
Oh, fantastic. Can I have the crystal? I'll just hold on
Yeah,
to that
here
for
you
later.
go.
Oh,
Yep.
thank you very much. Okay.
All right. So you're heading.
Yeah, and we're heading to the docks, I guess, and before we get all the way there,
Yep.
I'd like to duck into an alley and turn into a mouse of the same color as the ground, like a stone gray mouse.
Okay. Yeah. That works.
And then climb up Les's leg and hop in his shirt pocket.
Whoa! Oh! Jesus Christ, that was kind of nice.
Elo's going to just put his hood up. As they get close, he's just gonna hide into the shadows. Should I do a stealth check?
Yeah. So okay. So when are you doing? Are you like as you approach this warehouse? Remember when you go to the dock area, right? There's hundreds of warehouses, and it's a very active area. The one that has the Fight Club in it, strangely, there's nobody going in and out of that one, right? It's like
Yeah, I think like when we're like near it, he's hop into like in between, like the probably just like hide between two of the warehouses, climb up to the roof, and kind of just like peer in from up above.
Okay.
Or like anywhere that's available to like eavesdrop.
Yeah. So that's fine. And as you approach the warehouse and you see the door is closed, what do you? And there's nobody around. I mean, it's just you're on the outside of the warehouse. What are you gonna do?
It's up to you.
Iwan, I think you should go in first.
No.
Okay,
No.
I'll go in first.
Okay.
All right, so I go in first, followed by Iwan, then Hoagie.
Okay.
Hoagie goes in front of me, and then I walk.
All right. And it's a typical warehouse where you see on the outside you see like kind of big doors that could be open to move stuff in. Those are all locked, but you see a small kind of a door that's a regular person-sized door. And so as you kind of open that and it creaks a little bit, and as you walk in, there's the bright sun outside. It's actually kind of dark in there right now. I know several of you have dark vision and stuff. You can pretty much see everything, but it's you enter the warehouse. It kind of dimly lit. And, imagine a bar that's kind of closed in the middle of the daytime that is, there's really nobody in there type of thing. It's just all the lights are kind of off. It kind of smells musty it's a strong scent of like stale, like ale and a bit of urine. It's like a really dirty kind of place. You see the ring where Hoagie, killed a guy. You see all that stuff, but there's nobody around there. And then you do see kind of over where the bar area was in this big warehouse, you see a few orcs kind of sitting around there just drinking. Again, real dimly lit. You can almost, it's very almost hard to make out the details. And you just hear one of them. You hear one of them as the door opens go, "Get out, we're closed."
Now that we've arrived, I'm just going to use this opportunity to hop out of Les's pocket and skitter back down and
Hmm.
just kind of skitter across the floor to some shadowed area
Okay.
where I can see what's happening.
Yeah. And then somebody immediately, when that other guy says that, get out, we're closed, you hear another one of them say, yeah, the Don doesn't like when people are here when we're closed.
And then, can we get Elo to do something? Like, get in position-ish?
Yeah, Elo's gonna like try to find a vantage and stealthily kind of like he's able to listen, he's kind of like, on guard in case stuff gets hairy.
Yeah. And with it being dark in there, roll a stealth check with advantage, actually.
Okay, I'm unable to roll like on Elo's thing, so
Okay,
I'm gonna
yeah,
roll
just roll it manually.
and add 9
Okay.
accordingly.
Yeah.
So I have to do that on A1's side.
Alright.
D20. So first roll 13 plus 9. So
21?
22.
Pardon me?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then second, not as good. So 22.
That's okay. Yeah. So they don't seem to react, and mind you, they're not even really getting up. They're just still sitting there drinking. You just heard them yell out a couple things, like they almost don't give a crap that you're here. They're just kind of get out,
Mhm.
like you're not supposed to be here, type of thing. So,
We have an appointment with the Don.
and you kind of hear him. You hear a little mumble, and he goes. You hear one of them kind of laughing. All right, go to the back of the warehouse. There's a room back there.
Okay.
Good luck.
All right, so I just motioned to Iwan and fucking Huggy. Start walking that way.
All right.
How many were around the table? How many orcs were around the table? 4?
You saw 3, and there was one kind of behind the bar.
Okay.
So
3 and a bartender. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Were they armed?
I mean, yeah, you saw they were just kind of regular orc kind of guard type of guys, so they were armed, but they weren't, they weren't like on alert or anything like that. They were half getting drunk, right? So
Just
yeah,
kind of like taking stock of what.
Yeah, no, they're definitely like, they're basically like, what do you call it? Order of the Eye warriors, or something like that,
Yeah.
right? So all right. So let me pull this up. I'll actually show this on screen too. Bum, 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 bum. Everybody should be able to see this. So you get to the warehouse, the back room, and you see the door is just kind of half cracked open. You see some light coming from it. Looks like the room is a little bit more lit up. I mean, what do you do when you approach the door? And it's probably a little more closed than you see it on the map right now, but it's still kind of cracked open, so you can.
I walk up to the door as I'm leading, I guess, and just go knock on it.
Hello, it is the Mystaran Rangers. We have a special delivery for one Don Ocleone.
And you hear a voice from behind goes, "Yeah, come on in." All right. So, I assume you kind of push the door open then?
Yeah, going a little bit.
So, and as you enter, you see this like big, kind of burly looking human actually sitting behind a desk, and 2 real big like ogre guards standing there like as well, kind of, one on each side of the desk, and kind of you see where the crates are, kind of leaning on the crates on either side a little bit. And human kind of, looks up, kind of casually gets up out of the desk and goes, "Yeah, so you're the Mystaran Rangers. Don Arcleon said to expect you. I'm Lieutenant Tagbor. I believe you have something for the Don?"
Yes, but unfortunately it was for the Don's hands and the Don's hands only.
"Yeah, no, I'm here on behalf of Don. He's got me here to get you the stuff from you."
Okay, I understand what you're saying to me, but if I hand this to anyone besides the Don, he will have me dead, and I am not going to trust that to anyone else.
All right, well, you are supposed to deliver it to me
And as the
Yeah.
lieutenant of Don Orcleone, you should understand that when the man says that he wants it hand-delivered to him, it is to him only. So are you really going to play this game with me right now? Or are you going to have me see Don Orcleone?
And he's got just this look on his face and goes, I don't get paid enough for this. The Don has me here to get this from you. He's like, so, he's a little busy right now, and that's why he's got me here.
Okay, well, if the Don doesn't want his delivery at 3 o'clock like he asked, hand-delivered, then I'll go somewhere else, because I'm not going to trust it to someone I've just met.
All right, suit yourself, but the Don also gave me explicit instructions that if you did not have the goods, that we were to put out a hit on you throughout the whole
Fuck.
city. So,
What proof
if you
do you have
don't,
that the-
if you don't have the goods, I guess, then
All right,
you
here.
have a pleasant
Les, just
day.
give him the fucking ring.
I show him the ring. I show it to him, and I say, "This is what the Don wanted. You see it?
I do.
This is the ring of Samuel Ronan."
Well, let me
Now.
see. It looks like it is, but I got to see it up close.
Listen, if I give this to anyone besides Don Orcleone, it could mean that all my friends die. Who are you? How do I know? You were never there. Was he ever there with the Don before?
He looks like you didn't necessarily pay attention. You can do what would that be?
You're distracted watching Hoagie kill a guy.
I mean, yeah, you were focused mostly on the Don and a bunch of other folks. Do a
Well, I mean, I feel like-
what would
I feel
that
like
be?
you would've
Would
been-
that be an Arcana check? Maybe.
I mean, like, it would have been perception or something, wouldn't it? Because, like,
Well,
would we have
perception,
perceived-
perception, investigation are usually like in this, like at the time now. The Arcana is usually about that, or well, history is history. Arcana is usually about knowledge on something. I guess
So
memory.
I'm assuming that, like, we would have seen him with the Don. If he's a left-hand man, we would have seen him on the night that we first met the Don. He would have been, like, right there with him, right?
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. He looks familiar, right? So you didn't talk to him or interact with him, but he does look familiar to you.
All right. What do you want me to roll for to like try and remember if he's telling the
Why
truth?
don't you just do a straight intelligence check?
Okay, and then I'll look to the other two and be like, "Do you recognize
Yeah, I
him
was
as
gonna
well?"
say, should we all do it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you, Nothing wrong with that.
And what are you saying?
Am I doing it
Intelligence?
intelligence?
Yeah, just straight intelligence, I think.
That's not a skill. So what that under
13.
I see I thought I saw a 13, a 15, a 21.
21.
Yeah, you guys, especially those that are rolling a little higher like that, you do recognize him. He was there. At least that's what you're thinking, right? So,
Okay, what do you think, Awa and Hoagie? Do we give this to the man?
I don't just give the ring so we don't have to deal with this shit anymore. I don't give a fuck who has it.
I kind of give a fuck who has it.
I give a fuck.
All right, fine. I'll walk up to him.
mhm.
Boop.
Yep.
All right, and this will be the lieutenant.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine.
I walk up to him.
Why do you have a PNG of Kermit?
You don't need. Shut up. And I hand the lieutenant the ring. What?
Oh.
Wait, Hoagie. What?
Les, give me the ring.
Okay, hand Les the ring, or Hoagie the ring.
I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it on my pinky and I'm gonna walk up to the guy and I'm gonna put it in his face.
And he just kind of goes,
Take a look.
all right, here.
Actually, no, I'm gonna put on my middle finger. What are you saying? Take a look.
All right. And he looks and he goes,
It fits to your first knuckle.
right. Like on the tip, right?
Just a tip.
Just a tip. So he looks at it and he just kind of has this look and he's like, all right, I mean, this seems to match the description the Don gave to me. Just make sure you haven't double crossed him. He doesn't like that. And apologies that he could not be here. These are his words. He is meeting with another contractor of his right now.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. What kind of contractor?
Yeah, I don't know who he is. And he just kind of gets this look in his face. He's like, I don't know. He's done some stuff for him before. I think the Don had, kidnapped a few guys for this guy. He's like, I don't know, he's some necromancer or something. He's done business with in the past. Gotta be honest. And he looks at you, he goes, I gotta be honest, this guy gives me the creeps.
Wow, that's you have to understand as also a contractor, we are pretty invested in finding out who our competition is. Do you know where the Don is meeting up with this person right now?
No, he doesn't give me that type of information. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on, you have to. I know you're a smart man. You're a smart man.
Look, he's I don't know, the Don, he goes off and does his own things, and I know better than to ask those types of questions. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck. Shit. How are we gonna find it? Is there anyone who might know?
The Don knows. You see this guy? He's not the smartest guy in the world, right? He just goes.
Dan, you're gonna need to add Law back onto the OBS.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right. Hang on. Before you talk anymore. So hang on. I gotta mute you. There we go. Okay, mute you there. Let me do that. And
The old click back in the browser because that's mapped to a button on my mouse for some reason.
all right.
Shit, how the fuck are we gonna? How are we doing this, dudes? How are we finding it out?
He said it. The Don knows.
Yeah, but how are we gonna find? I'm curious whether or not the bartender might know. You know?
Can we track him?
Actually, Elo might be able to. Elo might be able to see to do some kind of tracking.
Where'd he leave from?
Do you know if the Don left out the front or the back of the warehouse when he went to his meeting?
Well, I mean, he's I don't even. Well, he gave me the message when we were at a different location. So he was, I don't know, like where he left from. He just said he wasn't going to be here.
Where's the last place you saw him?
We were in the back of the Demon's Hole Tavern. And what do you, hey, wait a second. What do you guys, what do you want? You want to know what the Don, look, I can give the Don a message if you want and say that you're looking for a meeting.
It's about taking out the competition. You have to understand.
All right. He's like, well, can I get the ring? Are you done here? Or do I got to tell the Don that you're not playing right?
You can tell the Don that we wanted to give the ring himself.
Yeah, we went through this. You know, look, you want me to give him that message, that's fine, but you wait to see the way he reacts. He doesn't like that.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like the Don will respect that we only trust him and we don't trust whoever the fuck you are that he never introduced us to.
Yeah, but you see, the Don trusts me.
But how do we know
he
trusts you? We don't know who you are.
All right, if that's the way you want to play this.
All right, Hoagie, Island, what do you think? Do we give him the ring?
Give him the goddamn ring.
Hoagie?
Gonna take my fist and I'm gonna lurch at him, but I'm gonna stop in front of his head and then just give him the ring.
He kind of looks and he takes the ring and he's like, thank you. And he looks at you. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, sorry. He looks at us and what?
Okay. And he takes the ring and kind of puts it in his pocket there and he goes, no, thank you. I can give the Don a message for you when I let him know that you gave me the ring. And before you leave, this kind of look around. He goes, this Mystaran Rangers gig. You got to get some good money for that, right?
No, we're unbelievably poor. Do not do this.
Yeah, but I mean, you got some fancy weapons and armor there. You know what I'm saying?
They're literally hand-me-downs. It's not worth your time. Trust me.
I don't know, this guy over here, and he kind of points to Hoagie. He's like, "You look at that. That's some nice armor, man." He's like,
It has no testicles.
like,
Do you
"That's,
want no
that's an
testicles?
He's like,
Okay.
"Well," he's like, "All right." He goes, "So, yeah, I think you guys are good." He's like, "Now maybe I tell the Don you never showed up here. Maybe I tell him that you decided not to pay your debt. Or maybe I tell him that you did show up and we're going to try to kill him. Or maybe you give me and my boys here some of all that gold you make as big fancy Mystaran Rangers. And then I tell Don Orcleone you showed up and gave me the ring with no problems."
Okay, how about this? How about you tell the Don we gave him the ring, or I'll have my big man with no testicles rip your fucking hand off its goddamn arm with the ring on it and leave it on his desk.
And at that, you see the two ogres just kind of stand up from where they're at. And you want to do an intimidation check against
Lieutenant,
it?
you should know that I've killed someone in this warehouse before, and I'll fucking do it again. I swear to God.
Yeah, I saw that.
Can I get advantage if I'm intimidating? Because it's Hoagie who killed the man in here? Or can like Hoagie and I both intimidate?
Well, you could. I mean, you're the one. You were talking to him, right?
Well, can I get
yeah,
intimidation?
I mean, you can with Hoagie there. You can go ahead and do it with advantage. That's fine.
Okay. So I got a +1, so. Oh, thank God. I rolled a 4 and a 13.
Okay.
That's better than a 4.
And he looks and he's like, and then
Not a
you
very
hear
intimidating guy.
some noises behind you, and you, if anybody glances back, you see in the doorway a couple of those guys from outside. He was like,
Did they?
and he just kind of, this guy kind of goes to the,
Owen, are you not all the way up here?
Yeah, sorry. I'm up here. Sorry.
he goes to the ogres, and he goes, "Look, well, first of all, who was so okay? Zale is hiding as a small rat or mouse or something, right?
You're a
Yeah, I'm
mouse.
behind those boxes.
Okay, and then
Assuming I slipped into the room unnoticed.
yep, and then Elo is nowhere in sight. He had the good stealth check, so he looks
Yeah.
and let's.
I don't know where he would be. I'm just putting him right here.
Let's pull out.
So he's
couple-
not, Elo's not in the room with us?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, if he.
Rachel,
You know.
how many animals do you have? I've seen a dog, a cat. I'm expecting like a parrot to fly by next. Just,
Oh, wait,
Just the
that's-
dog and the cat?
all
I
right.
feel like that's a pretty normal set
Actually,
of animals.
That's fair. I mean, I don't have either, so.
Let me do.
Just
Get a
the rate
bangle.
the rate that they're showing up. You're like,
I got a Bengal tiger in the backyard.
Just would have loved like a macaw, just like.
just an ostrich starts like pecking at the
Does-
door to like come in.
I'm
You
a
know,
druid in real life, too.
Here we
We're
go.
just-
We'll just do this. We'll just put these out.
Does
there for
it
these
does
other
it
guys.
look like
So-
my intimidation check works?
Wait, you used
So-
to have chickens?
Mhm.
Oh shit! Prometheus outing you in chat right now.
That's great. So you see him. He kind of goes like this to the two ogres, and they're standing there, and he's like, he's looking. He's like, yeah, that's good. You got a big guy. He goes, I got two big guys right here. He's like, and there's only 3 of you. There's 3 of us. And I got a couple
Buddy.
guys behind you too. So what are you
Buddy,
gonna
you
do?
really don't want to do this. I look over at Hope. I'm like, I look for a nod from. Hope.
Hey, Lieutenant, you remember last time I was here? You remember how many guys I took alone? Huh? Yeah,
Oh, well,
how'd
that-
that work out for them?
And he's like, that was one at a time. He goes, and those fights, they're not necessarily all fair, if you know what I'm saying.
If we take this fight right now, Hoagie dies.
no, I'm fine.
You have a health potion, don't you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I do.
You know,
He's like, so what are you gonna do for me?
listen, man. We are giving the ring per the order, and then we're done. We're out of here. That's it. That's all she wrote. We had a debt made to the Don. We owe fucking nothing from you.
Or,
Yes.
hear me out. Would you like to open a second fighting ring in another part of the city?
The university might enjoy that. A lot of drunk wizards enjoy fighting.
He's like,
There's that, but there's also a few orcs that Hoagie and I ran into. Hoagie might have killed one, but we ran into a few orcs in the orc district, and they hold a fighting ring that seems like it's outside of your circle. We could show you exactly where it happens.
and he looks at you and he goes, "Wow, that's a great idea." He goes, "I think I'll let the Don know. Maybe he'll want to open one up." He goes, "You
Yes.
see,
But you have to find out where it is first, and we could tell you that information if you let us go.
that's not the information I'm looking for." But you want to do
Not the
you know what? Do a persuasion check on this guy.
All right, persuasion.
Yep.
Boom and boom.
Give me a nod if we're going in on this. I'm ready to.
16
Here.
persuasion.
Okay. So
Listen, the Don doesn't even need to know about it. This extra fighting ring could be 100% your profit.
and he kind of looks and he kind of looks at you and goes, "1 second." He looks at the ogres and goes, "Hey, boys, why don't you go to the back of the room there?" And they do. They kind of, "Okay, boss." And they just kind of walk like over here. You know, they're kind of, right. They're kind of back over there. And so he comes up a little bit closer to Les and he goes, "So you've piqued my interest here. What can you tell
Listen,
me?"
you shake my hand right now that me and my friends here can leave without any harassment, and I'll tell you exactly what you want to know.
And he looks around. And he's like, do one more persuasion check with advantage this time.
Come on. If it goes south,
17 and
we're
yeah,
good.
17.
Okay. He's like, "So what would you say, what do you think my cut would be versus your cut?"
Listen, I'm not even looking for too high of a cut here. Listen, if we get the fighting ring set up, you and me, and my friends here, we can do the first bout. Let's say this coming Friday night. You take 70%, I take 30%. Sound fair? You bring the muscle. All I do is set up all the people to show up for the first time. That's why you take 70. You bring in all the muscle, you set up all the cards, you bring in the broker. All I do is make sure that the event happens.
Well, if I'm bringing in all the muscle, that means I gotta
70%
get
sounds
some of these guys, and if Don finds out about this, that's gonna be not good for me,
and that's
and
why I
probably
say
not good for
70%.
you. I think 80% is probably where we gotta be.
Okay, how about 73%?
73. You get a load of this guy. You get 73. How about 77?
75, we're good, okay?
All right. 75 is
All
I
right,
think we can go
all right,
with that.
75.
When do you
75%.
Where are we meeting?
We're meeting on the corner of Do you know the bar the Mayor's Wizard Sleeve?
Oh, that place? Yeah.
2 blocks down on the street Orcs Whore.
You just kind of chuckle. Like, when and where? When and what time?
You get there Friday night at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll be there with all the people for the fight.
Fine. That's where we'll be. I
All
will
right.
bring enough to secure the area, if you know what I'm saying.
All right. That sounds good. I will see you there Friday night. Friday, well, technically Saturday morning, but semantics. 1 a.m.
You better not be double crossing me here.
Would I double cross you, my friend? This is business.
You work for a crime boss. Yeah, I think you would.
I don't work for a crime boss. I independently contract. It's a 1099
well,
deal.
I
Doesn't
think
matter.
we shook on it, so all right.
Well,
Well,
technically, the tax system in this city.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. You may go at your convenience.
Yeah, it
Thank
was
you
fucking
very
lovely. That's what we were trying to do in the beginning. All right, let's go.
All right, we walk out.
All right.
God, fuck all these people.
Skitter.
Elo, sneak.
All right, so you are out of the warehouse.
Okay, sweet.
Oh,
Done.
fuck! Wait,
It's
I got
over?
I got so tied up. We didn't. Oh, he didn't know anything about where the Dawn was going. Never mind. We're good.
No, he did
I
it.
totally
Okay.
forgot about the whole. Yeah, never mind.
Okay, it's done. We gave the ring over. I am now hands off of this. This is now officially, and I put my hands on Les's shoulders. This is officially your problem now, buddy.
And then I grab your hand and I go,
We need fighters for Friday night from the.
I am not a fighter.
We need fighters from the Wizards College. That's close by to the. It's
You
close.
don't know anything about wizards?
What are you talking about?
I'm a druid.
Yeah, that's fine, but you know how to get them into a fighting ring. Listen, my friend, we need them for Friday night. I need you to go to the university and get them in.
Listen, I
and
was one bad pitch away from casting a wind wall, blocking half of them away, killing the other two, and running.
Listen,
I'm not about this.
There are two situations that happen Friday night. One, we show up with all the fighters, or two, we fight for our fucking lives.
We fight for our fucking lives.
It's been a minute since I killed a guy.
We could make a lot of money on Friday night.
Ogie, please. I'm done. I don't want this.
Anyway, when you go to the Wizards College, make sure you put that little disclaimer there. Like, a barbarian might kill them if they show up.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not your campaign manager.
Hey, Iwan, thank you so much for going to the college and helping us out.
Oh my fucking god. I'm not even gonna be there. I'm gonna be asleep in my bed while you and Hoagie fight for.
okay, and walking out of the place. Can we link up with Elo and ask Elo if he sees any signs of a recent departure of a carriage or anything?
Did Elo see any recent departure of a carriage while he was roaming the rooftops?
So do whatever he's better at, investigation or perception. Go ahead and do a check.
Why does he have disadvantage on perception? I feel like that makes no sense as
I saw that too earlier.
He's a drow, and it's during the day. Probably.
Oh, what the fuck? God, that's awful.
Yeah. So inside, inside the warehouse, he shouldn't, but in the sun, he would.
Okay. Well, I guess if I'm looking for a carriage outside, it would be disadvantage perception. So I guess I'll do investigation, so I don't have advantage. So it's a +1 to whatever. Right? +1 on investigation. What the?
What is his character sheet?
I looked at his character sheet. +3 in Dex, +1 in Intelligence, +2 in Charisma, -1 in Wisdom, 0 on Constitution, 0 on Strength. This man rolled ass. All right, +1 to this
really
roll.
Low.
Oh my god, it was almost on a 16.
It's a what?
It's a 4. It was almost a 17.
Okay. Yeah, and the only thing Elo comes back with is, obviously it's a warehouse and it's on a dock. There's a lot of other warehouses right around here. There's tons of tracks and everything going back and forth from just different carts and things like that in this area, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't see anything.
I didn't really, I couldn't make out really anything. It's really bright. I forgot my sunglasses back at the tavern. I was too busy putting on my SPF 1. I couldn't notice anything weird.
I feel like we should go to the demon hole and see if they know anything. Elo, if you weren't there, but turns out the Don Orcleon might be meeting with the necromancer.
Oh, yeah, we should probably try to figure out where he is.
Guys, I think we should go to the demon hole because someone at the demon hole probably knows where he went, right?
I don't even know what the fuck the demon hole is.
Well, there's two bars right next to each other, if I'm remembering correctly. There's Demon Hole, which is Don Orcleone's spot, and then there's the other one, which was
Did
Sam
we ever
Ronan's
go
spot.
in the demon hole? Demon hole?
Yeah.
We went into the Demon Hole the night we got fucked up. Yeah, that's how we wound up at the fighting pit.
That's actually how you found out about the fighting.
Oh, okay.
So like, we could split party again, and one half of us could go to Demon Hole to find out if anyone knows anything at Demon Hole, and the other half could go to Sam Ronan's spot and find out if anyone knows anything at Sam Ronan's spot.
Yeah, it was the Demon's Hole and the Bloody Owl is the other one.
Yeah.
Why would Ronan know anything?
It's a spy network. He's like the head of the spy network.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Why would the spy network know anything, Tumnus?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I guess we can. You know, this is the Don that you take lead. You've been leading everything before this.
I mean, to be fair, this has kind of worked out really well. I didn't realize we were going to find the necromancer this way, so you're
Yeah, it's
welcome.
Yeah, because you knew that.
I had a little intuition, maybe.
Look, if I never killed a guy, like none of this would have happened.
Exactly. Like Hoagie had to murder somebody.
This is good karma.
Yeah, it turns
It was-
out I don't know. I don't know
killed
who
a
Hoagie
really
killed.
bad person.
Also, 25%. How are we splitting 25% 5 ways?
You're
Besides
not getting
5%.
any.
How are you spending 25%?
How am I
That's
not
so easily
5%
divisible.
for each person? That's some bullshit. Also, the fuck does this mean that I have to go to the college, I have to get all the students, and I don't get shit?
You don't
Fuck
get
you.
all students. You're getting like 1 or 2 students. Okay. Let's discuss this later. We need to find out where this meeting with the necromancer is happening.
Do you have a cold or something? You sound off.
I am sorry. Pardon me. I got a little bit. I was trying something new there, but apparently I sound like shit.
Yeah,
Thank you
don't
very
ever
much.
fucking do that again. Jesus. I
My
thought
mistake. I am sorry. Okay, now here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go to the demon hole with Zale and Elo, and then you and Hoagie can go to the other place to find out. Sound good? I like this split. This will be a good split of party. This will be fine.
I don't know about that.
I think this will be great. Okay, let's go. Zale.
And I pick up Zale as the rat and put her in my pocket.
I forgot she's still a rat.
Just hope it's the right one. Yeah.
Right.
Just have a random rat. And yeah, I just start heading to the demon hole with her and and Elo.
Sorry, I went and walked
Okay.
away.
Where's everybody else going?
The eagle.
The Bloody Owl.
The bloody owl.
The bloody
Eagle's
butthole.
bowel.
The
Eagle's
Eagle's
Owl.
Owl. All right.
You know, Hoagie, I've always wanted to try this because you and Les do this all the time. Do you want to just go to a different brewery or bar and just drink?
I mean, yeah.
Got any recommendations?
Well, some people call it the Eagle's Bow, but the Bloody Owl is great if you want to go there.
That's where we're supposed to go to right now. I'm saying let's shirk our responsibilities and go somewhere
No,
else.
I thought you were talking about going to the Demon Hole. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
So we're going to the demon hole?
No, we're gonna go to the Wizard Sleep.
Oh, where is it? Okay, let's go to that.
It's a long fucking walk though.
I bet we have a lot to talk about, right?
You want to like turn into a horse or something? Maybe get there a lot quicker.
I only have one more change, and like, you know, if shit goes sideways, I would like to be able to turn into like, or if we need to.
Okay, all right.
I mean, now I feel guilty. I don't. How does?
Fine.
how does-
Don't mind the clanking as we walk.
No, I feel guilty going all the way over there and shirking. How do you and Les just like, if we have a game plan, you guys just go to a different, just go to a bar without feeling guilty?
We know where they all are.
I mean, like, how do you not feel guilty?
I don't know. Because there's alcohol there. We forget.
I can't do it. Let's go to the butthole, whatever it's called.
Let's see, Bloody Owl.
Bloody Owl. Yeah, let's go to that.
All right. So we've got, let's see. I know we've got a hard stop here in about 10 minutes. Do we want to have at least one of these conversations? Maybe
Yeah, let's do our conversation.
Maybe we'll get two in. Sure.
Yeah.
We could try to riff back and forth like last time.
Zale, do you want to turn back into a person?
In your pocket.
Preferably not in my pocket. Preferably not.
Yeah, I'll skitter back out on your shoulder and then jump off and turn into a person on my super cool in the air, and then I'll like land as a human.
It's like
That
a
was so
superhero
fucking
landing,
awesome.
like
Yeah.
From 2 feet off, 2 feet off the ground on Les's
Okay,
shoulder.
shut the fuck up. I'm 5'11" in the game. All right, you son of a bitch. Anyways, we walk into the demon hole.
We all have to make believe and
Fuck you.
It's fantasy. It's fine.
All right. So who is all at the demon hole then?
Myself, Zale, and Elo.
Okay. So then, Zale and Elo haven't been here before. You obviously have. Les has. So you walk in. It looks very similar to the way you saw it before. The bar is, basically dark inside, and you see, it looks like a real rough bunch that's in there. You probably think there's probably about 12 or 15 people in the bar, like patrons in the bar, and then there's a guy behind the bar itself. And if you remember this guy's name as Marco, it was Marco Rotback was his name. So, and he just kind of looks and he's like, "Can I help him?" He's like, "I remember you guys,
Marco.
or I remember
fucking
you
Rotback.
anyway." And he looks at you, Les.
Marco fucking Rotback. How are you doing today? What's going on?
And he just looks and he's like, do a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Mhm.
Boom, 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 boom. 9.
9. All right. He kind of looks at you and he's like, "Yeah, I mean, I recognize you. It's not like we're best friends or something. So, yeah, I'm all right. What do you
Hey, Marco?
Do you need some? You want a drink or something? What do you got?"
Yeah, I mean, I would like a drink for myself and for my friends here. Could I get a wine for the lady and an ale for myself and the gentleman here in the hood? Thank you very much.
And he looks and
And
he's like, he sets an ale, and it's like just this kind of shitty ale, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't got any wine." He's like, I might have an old bottle of blood wine or something if you want that.
that'll be perfect. That'll be perfect.
And he looks at Zale, all right. And he goes in the back. You see kind of, you hear like, he coughs a little bit as he's moving boxes around. He's like, "All right, I think I got it." And he comes out with this just, this is like this old bottle. There's not only dust on it. It looks like there's like something on the outside of it, like some substance. You don't even know what the hell it is, like stained
Does the
on there.
cork look okay?
Oh, the cork looks like half mutilated on top. It's stuck in there, though. And he goes, "Yeah, hang on a second." And he gets like this pair of like pliers out from behind the counter and just kind of pops it out. And you just see this like the cork itself is just kind of crumbling. Some of it falls down into the blood wine. He's like, "All right," pulls out this glass and, "Oh, hang on," he like cleans it with his shirt and pours the blood wine in there and goes, "Here you go."
Okay.
And I put the money on the table there, and I go,
Monsieur Rotback, I was just wondering, if I were to look for information in your fine establishment, who might I go to in order to acquire information for a price or for otherwise?
Well, it depends on what kind of information you're looking for.
Well,
I mean,
All
I
right,
got
we'll be
a
honest
lot of
with you.
information.
go ahead, Zale.
We have a delivery for Orc de Leon. And the lieutenant said he's out right now, but doesn't remember where he went. So, we'd really just like to find him and give him something he asked us to acquire for him. do you happen to know where he might be?
And you said, you're just kind of saying this out loud, right? Like, you said, yeah, we're going to
Yeah,
deliver
I
for Don
mean, like,
Orcleon.
not, like, super loudly, but
All right.
in a
yeah.
conversational tone with the bartender.
And you see a few of the, like, the immediate area around you just kind of quiet, gets a little quieter, and you just see people kind of looking over. And he just kind of looks at you guys and picks up another glass and starts kind of cleaning it with the dirty towel. And he's like, information about Don Orcleon, I mean, I'm not sure that we should be giving that out because
We've got information that could be as valuable as the location of Don Orcleon.
he's like, so what are you looking for about what do you want to know?
Literally, we're just trying to give him
Can we-
something that he asked us to acquire.
I mean, I could give it to him for you if you want.
Is there a place where we can talk in quiet so these other people do not hear?
And he looks around. He's like, he just kind of sighs. He's like, all right, beat it. And everybody just at that, they don't even, they just grab their drinks and they all move away. Like everybody's, you know that all of these people know each other in here, right? So
Yeah.
that's what it was very apparent. He's like, I can get a lot of trouble here with this. What do you want to know?
We just want to know where Don Orcleon is so we can make a delivery, as the lady said.
Don Orcleon goes a lot of places. I don't know where he's at right now.
Listen.
The lieutenant said something about he was meeting with a contact.
We also know that you are way more connected than you are leading on. Come on. You're a man of very many talents.
And he just
Please.
kind of looks around. He's like, so what are you asking me to betray the Don here, giving his information out to you? I'm sorry.
I don't understand why it's... Why do you think it's betraying him?
So, and he looks at you
we
and he
were
goes,
asked to give him something.
and you can tell this guy's just like an asshole, right? And he just looks and goes, listen, sweetheart. He goes, if I am sitting here and I give out information about the Don, what do you think the Don is going to do to me? You think that it's worth
down
it?
on the table.
He's
Two
like,
platinum.
He looks and goes, and you think what 2 platinum is going to help me when the Don's got me dunked in the water out there? What?
The
Come
Don
on.
won't know. The Don won't know it's you.
Oh,
The Don will
know.
not know it's you.
And what makes you think I know where he's at anyway? It's not like I'm his schedule keeper.
I heard from the lieutenant that you were his schedule keeper.
No, he meets here sometimes, but I don't know. It's not like he tells me. I'm just a bartender. The lieutenant, I mean, he might know, but I gotta say, Don,
What would
he's
you need?
very
What would you need?
secretive.
What would you need?
What I need.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out real quick. On Friday night at 1 a.m., we're starting a brand new fight club. You're hearing about
Oh,
God.
God damn it.
You're hearing about this for the first time. The only other person that knows about this is the lieutenant, okay? You're the only person that knows this information. Now, I can tell you the order of the fixed fights so you can make a lot of coin on the night if you'd like. But all I need to know is where Don Orcleon is.
And he's like, look, and you can tell this guy's scared. Like he starts to get a scared look on his face. And he's like, look, you can't be asking those types of questions around here. Look, all I know, all right? He goes, and I like, he goes, I'm always up for a cut of a fight club, but all I know is the Don goes back and forth. He kind of goes out of town sometimes through like the Northwest Gate. And, that's it. And he kind of goes down this trail. Now, other than that, he meets everybody in town. He's got a lot of spots around town that I don't even know about, like this and the warehouse. He goes, that's all I know.
If this information proves to be valuable to us, I will tell you the fight order. If it's not valuable, you'll never hear from me again.
And he just looks
And I walk away.
Man, I hope I don't hear from you again. He goes, I might be, up the river, literally.
Dale, do you have anything else?
No. Well, Thank you. You've turned out to be surprisingly
Zale-
helpful.
Yeah, don't mention.
try
I
some
mean,
of the-
seriously, don't mention it.
Zale, try
I
some of the
don't
blood
even
wine
know your
before you go.
name.
Good.
Zale, try some of the blood wine before you go. Don't
Oh,
be
I
rude.
did. It was delicious. I drank
we
the whole
didn't-
thing.
We didn't see you. Just go ahead and try some.
No, I already. I'm a little
No,
honestly
go
kind of
ahead.
woozy
Go
at
ahead,
this
Zale.
point. I'm a bit of a lightweight, so.
Also, it would be rude if you didn't drink some of the man's wine in front of him.
After all the trouble you went through to get it.
He went all the way to the back to find it for you. Go ahead, Zale.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And I like grab the bottle from behind the bar and
Yeah.
just like
And
throw
he-
it back and do 2 swigs and like
Yeah.
and put it
he
back
just
down.
he just kind of smiles and he's like, he just kind of laughs. He's like, all right, looks like you know your blood wine, and it tastes like barely anything like the stuff you had in Zolgrad, right? Where they're making it. It's like this tastes like crap. It's probably years old and it's like not aged well. It's been open for, a long time. So
And
Oh,
I give a little wave and I walk past Les out the door. And the second I'm out the door, I turn to the side and just like spit it back out.
nice. And on that note, I think we'll end the session for today. You guys can decide where you're going next time.
There we go.
Well, to be fair, next time we pick up with fucking their bar experience, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and I think next week for everybody out there, I know next week Spike will be back, and I think Lol, you will not be here next week, right?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
be at a wedding.
Yeah, enjoy
Ooh.
that. So
Marriage.
you're gonna trust Zale with one of these guys, huh?
Oh, boy.
With Tumnus, with fucking Tumnus.
I don't know how. I can't do a British accent.
Yeah, we're
so
gonna need to do tryouts for who can do
Right.
that.
I can't do a British accent. I can
Hey,
try.
Maybe Matt will do it. Maybe Spike will do it.
Maybe.
Cool.
I mean, I could still do Spike.
All right. Cool. Well, on that note,
You
guys.
just do Spike and Spike just does Zale the whole time.
There we go.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks.